ladies and gentlemen. Boswell Media Sports presents Friday Night Football.
Boswell Media Sports presents Kosciusko Whippet Football. Now, here's the voice of the Whippets, Breck Riley.
Welcome into Kosciusko Whippets football from Boswell Media Sports. The 2025 football season is finally here, and the Kosciusko Whippets are looking to build on a successful 2024 that saw the team advance to the second round of the playoffs for the first time since 2015. The good news for the Whippets is that they bring back almost all of the starters from that 2024 team, returning 10 starters on offense and 9 on defense. So the Whippets are an experienced bunch, and they'll need that experience tonight as they go on the road to take on a classic rival, the Neshoba Central Rockets. The Rockets also made it to the second round of the playoffs last year before being eliminated by eventual 6A champion Grenada. But unlike the Whippets, they do not bring back much experience, returning just 5 starters on offense and 6 on defense. This is the Prairie Farms pregame show. Up next, we'll hear from head coach Casey Orr. It's the Whippets versus the Rockets from Boswell Media Sports.
Have you been putting off coming to the dentist lately? Hello, I'm Dr. Adam Middleton from Autumn Ridge Dental in Kosciusko. We are treating patients with a mindset we have always held, that proper, regular, preventive care can help keep your mouth healthy and functioning properly. We want all our patients to have a smile they can be proud of. Please call us at 662-289-7076 for an appointment. Come see us and we will give you something to smile about.
Looking for adventure or just cruising the city? Central Tire Service is your go-to pit stop. Equipped with premium brands like Kenda and Goodyear, we ensure your tires align with your lifestyle. Visit us on Veterans Memorial Drive and let's get your journey rolling again. Don't pause your adventure. Gear up at Central Tire Service and drive confidently into life's moments. Central Tire, where your journey continues.
This is Allison Schuler, Chief Nursing Officer at Baptist Memorial Hospital Attala. Are you tired of traveling for cancer treatments? Now you don't have to. The new Cancer Treatment Center at Baptist Memorial Hospital Attala is now open, offering expert oncology care, infusions, and support services right here in Kosciusko. That means less time on the road and more time where it matters most, with your loved ones. Call 662-289-9893 today to learn more or ask your doctor about receiving treatment close to home.
For 87 years, we've been your biggest fans. Rest assured, while you are cheering on your favorite team this season, Central Electric's team is working around the clock to provide reliable service year-round. Whether building power lines in extreme weather conditions or restoring power on a stormy night, Central Electric employees take your electric service seriously. We will be there to keep the game on. So enjoy this football season and take comfort in our team's reliable service all year long. It's our commitment to you, serving you since 1937. This institution is an equal opportunity provider and employer.
At Pickles Drug Store, your pharmacist does more than fill prescriptions. They're your guide to better health. We help you understand your medications, ensure your insurance is handled smoothly, and answer all your questions with care. Because at Pickles, you're not just a customer, you're part of our community.
Hi, I'm Rob Pickle. My staff and I are here to serve you.
Visit us today on the east side of the square in Kosciusko. Pickles Drug Store, your community Health Mart pharmacy, Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
And welcome back into the Prairie Farms pregame here on the opening night of high school football in the state of Mississippi. We have the Whippets and the Rockets set to square off here at 7 o'clock, but we got a few moments to catch up with head coach Casey Orr as we prepare for tonight's ball game. Coach Orr, let's go back and talk about last year. What did you think about the way the season went last year? Able to make it to the second round of the playoffs, something that the team hadn't done since 2015. So what was that season like for you last year?
Well, I thought you saw a lot of growth out of our guys. We had a lot of young guys playing on both sides of the football, and I think you saw a team that got better and better each week, and we were really proud of our guys and the progress they made. You know, getting to the second round of the playoffs was nice, but ultimately that wasn't what our goal was, and we felt like we left a little meat on the bone. We felt like we should have won that game against Shannon, but, you know, all that's behind us and water under the bridge. So, you know, now you're turning your eyes toward the 2025 season, and we know we got some guys that can really play. You know, you got some guys that now played a lot of football, so you feel good about where you're at. And you got some guys up front on both sides of the ball, that you're bringing more size to the table than you have in the past. So there's a lot to look forward to. But on the same breath, just like last year, we've got to get better each week. That's got to be our goal, is to continue to progress week to week.
And how does that momentum from last year, making that second round of the playoffs, how does that momentum lead into your off season, whether it's weight training? It's almost a year-round thing for these guys. Now, obviously, some of the other guys go and play other sports, but how does it, having a good season like that, move into the weight room, and then what you guys are able to do, pretty much getting out in the spring and summer and being able to pretty much go all summer?
Well, every team across the state of Mississippi right now is sitting 0-0, and they're having conversations about what are their goals. And in the past, we've had that conversation when you start the off season, and you talk about a championship, you talk about certain things, but in your mind or in your heart, is that really a feasible goal? And with these guys and what they accomplished last year and what you're bringing back, I think, to answer your question about the off season, was when you talk about those goals and winning the championship, our guys know that's a realistic goal. They can go into the off season, they can bust their tails and work hard, and with that goal in mind of knowing that's a very realistic thing for our guys, is to go make a run at winning a state championship. We feel like we got the guys to do that, we got the players to do that, and it's we're looking forward to going and trying to do just that.
Yeah, and something you touched on yesterday in the coaches show was just about how much you guys are able to do during the summer. Earlier this year when we did our season preview, you and I talked about it when we were in high school football in the summer. You literally showed up Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, whatever it was, to lift weights and maybe run some 40s. It's totally different now. You guys are able to do a lot more team activity, 7-on-7. How does that help you prepare for the season?
It just gives you the ability to have a lot more game situations than what you and I used to have when we were playing high school football. Now all summer you can wear helmets, you can play 7-on-7, you got all these different skills camps. Your guys are coming in, and weight training has improved so much, and just the understanding of the body and just the advancements that people have made in the weight room and with different technology and stuff. Your guys are just way more prepared than they've ever been to go out and compete at a high level on Friday night. The 7-on-7 is probably the biggest thing. It's become such a big aspect of your summer workouts, and while it's not real football, there's no linemen involved and there's no pads, it still gives your guys a lot of work and gives them a good look at certain situations, and as far as the passing game's concerned.
We're going to step aside for a break. When we come back, we'll talk about some of those guys he got coming back. We'll break down offense, defense, and special teams. You're listening to the Prairie Farms Pregame on Breezy 103.
Gear up for deer season at the Attala County Co-op. Pick from top brands like Moultrie and Boss Buck gravity feeders, plus irresistible attractants. Mobucks, Buck Duo, Strawberry Blast Rice Bran, and even peanut butter and jelly rice bran feed. Everything you need is at the Attala County Co-op.
The everything you need store. Attala County Co-op. Attala County Co-op.
Premier Medical Group in Kosciusko is proud to welcome Dr. Jenny Kate Miles and Dr. Helen Turner to their team. Whether you need a checkup, ongoing care, or a trusted provider for your family, Dr. Miles and Dr. Turner are taking new patients. Schedule your appointment today. Call Premier Medical Group at 662-289-1800.
Premier Medical Group, PMG. Good health is our priority.
Be prepared for life's uncertainties with the correct insurance coverage from the Attala County Farm Bureau. Let's talk about change. Sometimes change is good. Sometimes change is scary. But what is certain is that everyone will experience change. The Attala County Farm Bureau's review program is designed to identify the changes that need to be made in your insurance coverage. Wayne Blaylock and James Metters invite you to stop by for your Farm Bureau Get Real review. Let them help you be prepared for change. Attala County Farm Bureau on the north side of the square in Kosciusko.
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner is served to you daily at the drive-thru at both Kangaroo Crossing locations in Kosciusko. Bacon, eggs, biscuits for breakfast, chicken tenders, barbecue sandwiches, burgers, and more for lunch and dinner. Drive through and take home barbecue meat by the pound with sides of potato salad, baked beans, and coleslaw. All items in store are available for purchase at the drive-thru. Kangaroo Crossing on Veterans Memorial Drive and Highway 12 in Kosciusko.
Come on home to Allen's Furniture and Appliance. Come on home. Come on home.
Shop at home when you shop Allen's Furniture, where you are a friend, not a customer. All the brands, furniture, and appliances you are looking for are right here at home. Allen's Furniture in Kosciusko and Durant.
Come on home to Allen's Furniture and Appliance. Come on home. Come on home.
Welcome back into the Prairie Farms pregame as we're counting down the moments until the Whippets kick off the 2025 season against the Neshoba Central Rockets. First time that these teams have squared off since 2018. We'll talk more about tonight's game in the next segment. Right now, we continue with Whippets head football coach Casey Orr. We want to talk about our guys. We don't care about the guys in the blue and the red jerseys. We want to talk about the guys in the maroon and white jerseys. So first up, Coach Orr, let's take a look at the big guys. The big guys up front. You had a coach that called them the Forgotten Five. So let's talk about those big guys up front across the offensive line and who's going to be making an impact and blocking for your playmakers this year.
Well, that's a position group that we're pretty excited about. They're a big group. Got some talented guys in there, and that's a group that we think is going to be pretty good for us this year. But working your way across the starting five, from your right tackle is Jeremiah Winter. My left guard is Riley Petit. My left tackle is Jadarius Wilkes. My center is Chavez Ellis, and then my right guard is Trace Reagan. Now, on that O-line group, we're going to be without Richard Kern, a guy that's played a lot of football for us for the first few weeks as he's coming back from injury, but that's another guy that we're expecting to do big things for us there. And then also, you got some young guys that have come along that have really stepped up, and a Caden Thrash and a Deshaun Johnson, Charles Lang. You got some depth there that we haven't had in the past that we're really, really excited about. And all those guys, if you hadn't seen them, they all got some good size on them. They're some good-looking human beings.
They definitely look good getting off the bus for sure. Jeremiah Winter, I heard when the coaches at Mississippi Valley saw him step off the bus, here's an offer, because Winter fills out that uniform pretty good.
He does. That's a young man that's 6'6", about 260, so he's an easy one to pick out.
So let's talk about the playmakers. You didn't lose too many. The names that you're going to give out, folks are going to recognize most, if not all of them that are coming back from last year.
Yes, sir. You're bringing back a lot of skilled guys that had a lot of touchdowns and a lot of yards for us offensively. But starting out at the quarterback position, Caden Wade is a young guy that played really, really well for us last year. And I think people are going to be real surprised to see the jump he's made in the offseason. He has gotten so much better from a sophomore season to a junior year, and a sophomore year that he had a really good year, and has still gotten better and better. Running back, you got C.J. Sandifer as a kid that's coming back for us last year. He split a lot of reps, but also started a lot of football games for us, so you'll have him back. And then at the tight end position, you got William Rankin, junior, who just has really blossomed into a big-time tight end for us. At the flex position is Jackson Schuler, and that's a young man that you may see play slot. You may see him play tight end. You may see him play fullback. He does a lot for us. And then at the wide receiver spots, Jabry Pierce, L.D. McBride, and Jontavius Roundtree are your guys that are going to be really out in the forefront of that receiver group. But you also got some younger guys coming along, and Arshawn Newell and Kendron Latiker that have had really good falls. So you got some depth there, but it's a really good position group for us at wide receiver.
Yeah, as I said, most of those guys all coming back had meaningful reps last year. So that's the offense. Let's flip over to the other side of the ball. Another place where I think many of the names that people hear are going to be ones that they heard last year. So let's talk about the defensive group that you're bringing back.
Yes, sir. So along those lines of what you said, you're bringing back 9 of your 11 starters on defense. So we're pretty excited about that. But up front, at your two end spots, you'll have Travion Nash and Nick Suddeth. And then at your nose tackle spot or nose guard is LaMarcus Riley, a guy that's just been a big-time football player for us now for the past 2 years, so we're excited about him. Your linebacking core, Ricari Covington will be your middle linebacker. And then your outside linebackers, we got 3 guys there that are really fighting for 2 spots, and they're still trying to work themselves out and then figure out who's going to be the guys there. But you got Tyrion Riley and Rashad Harrington that are seniors, and then you have Rowdy Roan, who's a sophomore for us, that's just a high motor guy, plays really hard and is working his tail off to get on the field. That's a good group right there, that linebacking group. All 4 of those guys can really play. And then at the safety position, we're actually playing a 3 safety look this year, so you have Keith Lay, JT Herron, and Marion Riley as your 3 safeties. And then at the corner spots, you're going to have Martavian Miller and Adarius Bondslater, and also we'll see a lot of Mylan Johnson at those cornerback positions. So it's a good group. It's an athletic group. It's a group that can run, got good speed, and got some nice size up front.
Yeah, and we can't forget about the special teams, guys that are going to be involved in special teams, handling kicks, punts, and all that. What's that look like for you?
Yes, sir. So our kicking and punting will be done by Braden Ray, who did that for us last year, a guy that's got a whole year under his belt, so that's good for us. Short snapping, like on field goals, would be Jackson Schuler, and then our long snapper on punts would be J.D. Cummins, and doing the returning for us on punts would be John Tavius Roundtree, and then on kicks would be C.J. Sandifer and John Tavius Roundtree. So some guys that are pretty explosive.
Yeah, so there's a look at the personnel for the Whippets this season. A lot of those names you're going to be hearing from week to week. Now we're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to turn our attention to the game tonight. You're listening to the Prairie Farms pregame here on Breezy 103.
Watkins Ward and Stafford welcomes member and partner Anita Goodrum, certified public accountant, to their Kosciusko office. Anita, along with Tammy Irving and staff, offer professional and personalized services and financial guidance for business and personal. Watkins Ward and Stafford is a full-service accounting firm offering QuickBooks, online hosting solutions, payroll, and direct deposits. Welcome to Kosciusko, CPA Anita Goodrum. Watkins Ward and Stafford, leading our clients through the next generation of change.
Imagine a gym that never sleeps.
Just like your fitness goals.
Holmes Healthplex is open 24/7.
Giving you the freedom to work out on your schedule.
Not hours.
Wave goodbye to those pesky joining fees.
And hello to unlimited access to cardio machines,
weights,
and group classes like Pilates and spin.
All included in your membership.
Find us on Highway 12.
Where your fitness journey awaits around the clock at Holmes Healthplex.
When an electrical shortage in your office causes extensive smoke and water damage, or that musty odor indicates you might have a mold problem, you need a lot more than just help cleaning up. That's why Serve Pro of Kosciusko, Philadelphia, Greenwood is where you turn when disaster strikes. We offer all the cleanup and construction services to take your home or business from post-disaster to as good as new as soon as possible. So no matter what happens, there's just one call you need to make. Serve Pro of Kosciusko, Philadelphia, Greenwood, to see how they can help you get back to like it never even happened. Franchises are independently owned and operated.
This is Chris Coleman, your neighborhood Alpha insurance agent. At Alpha, we understand the value of hard work, trust, and protection for the ones you love. Alpha Insurance has a long proven history of taking care of the folks who hold these same values. As your local Alpha agent, I want to help protect you and your family and help you succeed and prosper as you go through the journey of life. Call me at 662-289-1024, message me on Facebook, or drop in at 235 North Madison Street in Kosciusko. Alpha Insurance for all of your auto, home, life, and commercial needs.
Welcome back into the Prairie Farms pregame as we have one final segment to talk to Whippets head football coach Casey Orr before the Whippets kick off the 2025 season against their longtime rival, the Neshoba Central Rockets. And I checked the book and the history books. This is the 39th time that these teams have played. When I was in high school, Neshoba Central was in our district just about every year, so it was a game that was on the schedule a lot. But recent years, Neshoba has jumped up with the change in classifications between 5A and 6A. Currently, they are in 6A. But, Coach, what do you expect out of the Rockets? Obviously, it's game one, so you might not know a lot about what they have coming back. Played a jamboree last week, just like you guys did. So, what do you know about Neshoba Central?
Well, that's a good point you bring up. It's hard to game plan for week one and know a whole lot about them, especially a team like Neshoba, because they graduated a good bit last year. So it's always kind of a guessing game as to what you're going to see or get from them. But just going off of their Jamboree film from last year, one thing that you can tell pretty quickly is just how big they are up front. On the O-line and the D-line, they have some really big bodies, so our guys are going to be good on both sides of the ball to try to control the line of scrimmage. Skill-wise, we feel like we'll be able to match up most anybody that we play on our schedule skill-wise. But, when you're talking about a week one game, it comes down to the very fundamentals of the game. Is we got to be able to block, we got to be able to tackle, we got to hold on to the football and not turn it over, and we got to be able to cause turnovers. And usually in these early season games, whether it's week one, week two, whatever, special teams plays a big role into it, because that's kind of a forgotten phase of the game. And early in the season, it can be a special teams mistake one way or the other that decides the football game.
Now let's talk about what you guys did in the Jamboree. You took on a Richland team out of the Jackson metro area. Didn't seem to have too many problems, but what were some takeaways, and some good and some bad, that you saw from your team there last week when you played Richland in those two quarters?
Some good things we saw was how clean our offense executed. They scored, the starters scored every time they had the ball. We never punted in, the entire half. So you only play two quarters, but we never punted the entire half. Only had one penalty on either side of the ball, which for a Jamboree, you like to see that. Your guys playing pretty clean. There wasn't any turnovers, so that was good. All those are bright spots. Defensively, I loved how our guys flew to the football. I loved our physicality and the effort we played with. All that was good to see, and that's what you wanted to see from your guys. As far as negatives go, there's some mistakes that you make here or there that sometimes when you're playing a team that's not quite as good as you are, you can get away with. Those mistakes don't get taken advantage of, so those are things that we had to try to clean up this week coming into tonight's ball game. The one thing I've told the guys, that as a head coach, you love that the game went the way it did and that you won and that you played well and all that. But what I would have liked to seen as a head coach was us have to deal with a little adversity. I kind of would have liked to have seen something go wrong, just to see how we would have responded to it, just to see how we'd bounce back from it. And in a ball game like that where everything goes perfectly, you know your guys are going to play well. They're going to play hard. They're going to get after it, because there's no reason not to. I'd almost like to have seen something go sideways just to see how our guys would have responded and what the leadership would have been like on the field, because I know tonight it won't be perfect. So, how do we respond and how do we act when something doesn't go our way?
Yeah, it's like, can you get up off the mat after you've been punched in the face?
Yes, sir.
But so quickly, we'll talk about tonight. As you just mentioned, some things that look good in the Jamboree. But as far as the Whippets versus the Rockets tonight, what's one thing you want to see that you're looking for out of your team here in this week one?
Well, I've kind of already alluded to that. The main thing I'm looking for is how hard we're playing. Effort all the time. Are we being physical on both sides of the ball? And then what are our fundamentals like? Can we block? Are we where we're supposed to be? We doing what we're supposed to be doing? Can we tackle? Can we protect the football? Because that's things that's going to win and lose football. That's going to win and lose football games from week one to the state championship. Can you block, tackle, and can you hold on to the football or cause turnovers? And can you win the special teams? And I think that you do those things, you got a really high chance of winning.
Well, it's week number one here. It's here. Kickoff in just a few minutes. Well, Coach Orr, we appreciate you for joining us here in the pregame. And, hey, good luck in the game tonight.
Thank you very much.
Transition your home and your style for fall at Sullivan's. Check out their new fall home decor, clothing, and the perfect shoes to step up your autumn look. Sullivan's has everything you need to get game day ready. Whether you're hosting the party or cheering from the stands, fall's in the air. Make sure your home and wardrobe are too. Visit Sullivan's today and find your fall favorites. Autumn starts here, only at Sullivan's in Kosciusko.
This is Allison Schuler, Chief Nursing Officer at Baptist Memorial Hospital Attala. Are you tired of traveling for cancer treatment? Now you don't have to. The new Cancer Treatment Center at Baptist Memorial Hospital Attala is now open, offering expert oncology care, infusions, and support services right here in Kosciusko. That means less time on the road and more time where it matters most, with your loved ones. Call 662-289-9893 today to learn more or ask your doctor about receiving treatment close to home.
I'm Mandy Hudgens, and it's my privilege to serve our customers at Citizens National Bank. Being part of a bank with more than 137 years of history means standing on a foundation of strength, stability, and trust. We've been through it all, and we're still here, committed to helping you reach your goals. As a local community bank, we make decisions right here at home with your goals and your success in mind. And when you walk through our doors, you'll see friendly faces who take the time to understand what truly matters to you. If you're looking for a bank you can count on, one that knows your community and puts your needs first, we're ready to earn your trust, like we've done for generations. Citizens National Bank, strong, stable, and locally owned since 1888.
There's power in caring, power in community. That's the power of local. Citizens National Bank, member FDIC.
Your pet is more than just a pet. They're your family's fearless protector, your fetching athlete, your crumbs on the floor detector, the warm, snuggly heartbeat at your feet. State Farm understands why your pet means so much to you. So State Farm and Trupanion have teamed up to give your furry family members the protection they deserve. Pet medical insurance. It's another way State Farm is here to help life go right.
Call State Farm agent Angel Alvin McDonald at 662-289-3161.
Craving the simple goodness of farm fresh dairy? Discover the difference with Prairie Farms Dairy. Proudly farmer-owned, always fresh. From milk to ice cream, butter to irresistible frozen treats, every product comes straight from our family to yours. Experience the taste of real farm fresh quality in every bite and sip. Look for the Prairie Farms brand at your local grocery store. Prairie Farms Dairy. Farm fresh goodness. From our family to yours, every single day.
Boswell Media Sports.
And welcome back into the Prairie Farms pregame here from Rocket Stadium. We are high atop Rocket Stadium. The Pit House look tonight up here on top of the press box as we're counting down the moments until kickoff between the Kosciusko Whippets and the Neshoba Central Rockets. Breck Riley here with you. We'll welcome Jeremy Tillman into the broadcast. Jeremy, it's the first week of high school football. It's always a fun time in Mississippi.
That's right, and I tell you something that's a little bit different is we don't feel that heat that we normally do the opening night. So that's nice. Got a little breeze blowing, and, man, it's just a great night to play football.
And I know that the players are happy about that it doesn't feel so bad, but we are also happy about that standing on top of this Big Ten building up here, and our equipment's happy that it might not be in danger of overheating. So we are definitely excited about that. Also rejoining our crew this year, Hayes Tyler is on the camera off to our right, and we have the birthday boy, Donald, back in the studio. Happy birthday, Donald. He is keeping us on the air for another year of Kosciusko Whippets football. Well, let's take a look at tonight's game numbers brought to you by Watkins, Ward, and Stafford. We alluded to it a little bit in the interview with Coach Orr. This is the 39th time that the Whippets and the Rockets have squared off. Kosciusko leads the all-time series 24 to 13. 25 to 13, excuse me. Last meeting was August 7th, 2018. Neshoba Central won that game 28 to 12. In the last 10 meetings, Kosciusko leads the series 6-4, but Neshoba Central has won 3 straight, dating back to 2016. So it was 2016, 17, and 18 is when Neshoba got those 3 straight wins. So those game numbers are brought to you by Watkins, Ward, and Stafford. Will give you the field conditions. Jeremy just gave you the weather report. It is nice outside for August 29th in Mississippi. We're usually around 96. Right now we're at 76. And the field looks good. They swapped sides a few years ago when Neshoba Central redid the stadium and the school. So if you're familiar with it, it's a little bit different of a setup. We're on what used to be the visitors side. So that's, if you're watching the live feed, you might think it looks a little bit different. That's because it is. The field looks good considering there was about 3 inches of rain yesterday. One thing that Jeremy noted is that it looks like maybe they didn't get to paint
yesterday, Jeremy, because you're a coach, right? You know how these things go. If you wait till Thursday to paint and it rains, you're kind of out of luck.
Oh, yeah. One good thing is I did get the lines down and the hashes. I think they left out. I think they wanted to fill in Rockets on the end zone, but, hey, rain came in.
Yeah, they have Rockets. They have the stencil.
That's right.
They have a stencil Rockets. They probably would have filled it in with either red or blue with their colors. But as we mentioned, they did get the Rockets in there and the hash marks and everything else ready to roll. But those field conditions are brought to you by the Talent County Co-op. Now let's give you the starting lineups. Those are brought to you by Thomas Vision. We will start with defense for the Kosciusko Whippets. The big man right in the middle, LaMarcus Riley, returning from last year as your nose guard. Travion Nash, another returner, going to be your starting tackle. And then on your edge rusher will be a senior, Nick Suddeth. Your linebacking core in the middle, you're going to have Ricari Covington, the team's leading tackler from last year. He is back. T. Riley is going to be another linebacker, and as Coach Orr told us, Rowdy Road and Rashad Harrington kind of battling for that other spot tonight. It's going to be Rowdy Road in that starting position. Your defensive backfield, 5 defensive backs. You have the senior Keith Lay and J.T. Herron, who are going to be your safeties. And then you're going to have cornerbacks Darius Bond-Slater, Zay Riley, and Martavian Miller. So that's a look at your defense. Take a look at the offense. Across the front line, you have junior Chavez Ellis is going to be your center. Riley Petit, he'll be your left guard. Jadarius Wilkes will be your left tackle. Your right guard is going to be Trace Reagan, and your right tackle, Jeremiah Winter. Jeremiah moved from defense to offense. He was a defensive lineman last year. He is on offense. In your wide receiving core, you have Jabry Pierce, Gentavious Roundtree, and L.D. McBride. And then in your flex is going to be Jackson Schuler, who can play anything from fullback to H-back to tight end to slot. And then your running back will be C.J. Sandifer. And then Caden Wade, the junior, will be your quarterback. We should mention William Rankin, because William Rankin is going to play a lot. As far as starting, it just depends on if they go 5 wide or what they do. So William Rankin, we want to mention him as well. So those are your starters, brought to you by Thomas Vision. And per usual, we don't have starters for our opponents, Jeremy, but we do have some key players.
Yeah, I'm going to mention just a few of these, and with it being early in the year too, hadn't got the game film on them, anything like that, but we do have a few guys that we do want to mention, and they're not returning a whole lot of starters from last year's team, but one that they are returning is their quarterback, number 15, Samuel Huffman, which is probably going to get the nod to start, but they also have a transfer that was here in the 10th grade, and he's a senior, number 10, Cordell Isaac, and so he'll probably get a lot of playing time as well. And I know last year where he was playing in Tennessee, Spring Hill, he had a lot of yards, over 1,000 yards passing, and so we'll probably see him. And then I want to mention running back Craig Pruitt, he's number 3, and then I'm going to mention a couple of receivers, 0, Kason Greer, and number 36, Jakylan Jones, and those are just some of their skill guys that we're probably going to be seeing and calling out their names a little bit tonight.
Another one that Whippet fans will know is one of the captains out there. That is number 62, Walker Jones, 6'1", 255, senior offensive lineman. He is the son of Jonathan Jones, who was a longtime baseball coach there at Kosciusko. Now he's baseball coach and athletic director here. So Parker Jones is going to be one of those captains on the field. Of course, he would be his former team, right? It's one of those things where you kind of rite of passage. You get to play against your former team there, but Parker Jones out there. We got to say thank you to Coach Jones. He took care of us, gave us some good premium parking right back here behind the stadium. So Coach Jones took care of us, helping us get set up. But for the Whippets, their captains are on the field. For defense, you're going to have Keith Lay and Ricari Covington. On offense, you're going to have Caden Wade and Riley Petit. So those are your starters for your captains for Kosciusko. Your captains for Neshoba Central are going to be Cordell Isaac, Camden Tucker, Charlie Smith, C.J. Farmer, and Walker Jones, as we just mentioned. The results of the coin toss reveal that Kosciusko won the toss and deferred its option to the second half. So Kosciusko will go on defense. It will kick things off to start the ball game. Whippets are off to our left. Rockets are off to our right. That's just for the entrances. That looks like to be the way that they're going to line up to defend that left end zone. And the Rockets are going to defend what I would call the east end zones. It's the way this field's kind of set up. But I think it's time to step aside for the national anthem and the prayer. So we're going to take an extended break. When we come back, we'll have the kickoff. You're listening to Whippet Football from Boswell Media Sports.
Kangaroo Crossing introduces Take Home Barbecue, meat by the pound. Choose from brisket, chicken, or pork with their delicious prepackaged sides, potato salad, barbecue baked beans, and coleslaw. Order and pick up at Kangaroo Crossing on Veterans Memorial Drive. Don't forget dessert, a 4-pound Cotton Blues gourmet cheesecake for $29.99, as well as party wing platters available at all stores. Stop by and take it home. Barbecue meat, sides, and dessert. Kangaroo Crossing, Veterans Memorial Drive in Kosciusko.
Did you know that 80% of learning in young children comes through the eyes? Thomas Vision offers eye exams for children starting at 6 months. It's very important for children to have an eye exam before entering first grade. Doctors Angela Thomas, Tara Dew, and Anna Middleton offer comprehensive eye exams that thoroughly assess overall eye and vision health. Thomas Vision's optical department has the latest glasses frames, and you get 20% off your second pair. Thomas Vision, Veterans Memorial Drive, and Kosciusko.
Football season is back.
Whippets hold them out of the end zone.
Friday nights will be packed with hard hits and tough plays. And at Reliant Physical Therapy, we're here to help you bounce back stronger. Whether you're a Whippet on the field or a fan in the stands, our expert team delivers results you can feel. From shoulders and elbows to backs, hips, knees, and ankles, our therapists treat the whole body with care and precision. No referral needed. Call today or visit ReliantPT.com to get started.
Big play by the Whippet defense. Come on home to Allen's Furniture and Appliance. Come on home. Come on home.
Shop at home when you shop Allen's Furniture, where you are a friend, not a customer. All the brands, furniture, and appliances you are looking for are right here at home. Allen's Furniture in Kosciusko and Durant.
Come on home to Allen's Furniture and Appliance. Come on home. Come on home.
Hello, Whippet fans. It's time for kickoff. This is Angel Alvin McDonald with State Farm Insurance. I welcome you to another action-packed night of Kosciusko Whippet football. State Farm takes great pride in supporting the Kosciusko Whippets in our community. Okay, boys, let's kick it off.
Boswell Media Sports.
That is the Big Blue Band performing the national anthem. That's right. Kosciusko has the Big Red Band, and Neshoba Central the Big Blue Band. So they are right here off to our left. So it might be a little bit loud with the field mic. We'll do what we can to kind of keep it down. But the Big Red Band has arrived. They're going to be performing their show tonight. Jeremy, I don't know if we got the keys to the game real quickly. We'll do that before we get ready for this kickoff. You're an old coach, so what are you looking for out of the team and the keys to the game for the first game?
Well, you know, the big thing is fundamentals. I mean, that's just part of football, blocking and tackling and good special teams and, you know, playing hard, whistle to whistle. You know, and these guys have been working ever since the spring. That's one thing about the game today with 7-on-7 and just the workouts and things of that nature. But one thing that is different when you get to a 4-quarter football game, you know, you're playing 48 minutes, is when you put those interior linemen up there. And so it's, you know, they're getting used to timing. They've been working on that. But early on, first game of the year, man, you want to just see that fundamental football of just doing the little things. And man, one big thing, special teams play is huge, because it can turn a game in a heartbeat. And so, you know, just playing fundamental football. These guys have been working at it all summer, and they're ready to come up and compete against somebody other than, you know, just who they've been playing against and scrimmaging against this summer, and then even last week in the Jamboree. So, hey, looking forward to this season right here for sure.
Yeah. Braden Ray going to line up to kick it away for the Whippets. They will be moving it left to right. There's the pooch kick. It will sail. No, it died right on the sideline, right around the 18-yard line. Picking it up was Hawthorne. And how about a great kick by Braden Ray? Hawthorne gets it back. No, excuse me, not Hawthorne. That's Greer, Kason Greer. Gets it right back up from the 18-yard line to the 26. But I thought for sure that one was rolling out of bounds. But, Jeremy, that's that soggy field.
That's right. I mean, it just took a dive, and it stuck, and I think it shocked everybody.
Yeah, I thought that was for sure going out of bounds. But a great job by Braden Ray. So it will be the junior Samuel Huffman who is getting the start here. Last season, just 2 out of 5 for 18 yards, 1 interception. So he'll get the start. So he's got 2 running backs, or 2 receivers to his right, 1 lined up to the left. 3 down linemen for the Whippets. You got T. Riley off the edge there, cheating up. They're going to switch the running back around. That's going to be Red Loggins. They're going to move that big H back right. Going to give it to Loggins, who runs left, and he's got a lot of room. Breaks it down the sideline, pushed out of bounds at the 40. Zay Riley with the, no, excuse me. Yeah, it was Zay Riley with the touchdown saving tackle to run him out of bounds.
Yeah, that's one thing they like to do. I noticed last week in their jamboree, man, they love to go sideline to sideline. They love to get it outside, and they did that right there as well.
Yeah, able to get out there and get some speed to get first down yardage up to the 38-yard line. This time 2 receivers to the left. They flip the formation just opposite. The H-back lined up to the left. Huffman snaps and gives to Loggins again. He's running to the left side, gets 1 block, breaks it outside. Coming up, making the tackle, drawing him out of bounds, was Keith Lay. This will be a carry of about 8 yards.
Yeah, they just turned it and came back to their sideline. They went first play to the Whippet sideline. Second play, they're just playing wide side of the field right there.
Might be getting away with a couple of pulled jerseys every now and then, but it's early on. We'll see how that holds up for the rest of the evening. First quarters for Whippet football brought to you by Central Tire Service. 11:25 to go here in the opening drive of the ball game. Neshoba Central moving it right to left. Going to shift that H-back, line him up left. Whippets showing some pressure. T. Riley cheating up off the edge. A high snap, a give is to Loggins again. This time the Whippets get to him, but he's going to have just enough for a first down. He needed 2 yards. He got 2.1 yards, and they will move the chains. Marcus Riley in there on the tackle. So yeah, nothing fancy here about what Neshoba's doing. They're going to keep Loggins in at that running back spot. He looks to be a little, he might need a break. Kind of showing some fatigue out there, even though it's not so hot. Another give to Loggins. He'll run right. This time the Whippets have it read pretty well. Only a yard on the play. On the tackle, they're going to have Nick Suddeth and Keith Lay.
Yeah, you would think he'd be wearing down because he's touched it. They've ran 4 plays, and he's touched it there all 4 plays.
He is going to catch a breather as Craig Pruitt, the junior, is going to come in. And even though it's not quite as hot as you would normally think, you're still not in game shape.
Oh, yeah.
You're still going to deal with some fatigue and some cramping, even though it's not quite as hot as we normally think of in August in Mississippi. So Craig Pruitt will come in, stand to the right of his quarterback, Sam Huffman. No score here first quarter. It's a give to Pruitt. Runs left, and he'll jump forward and get up to the 45-yard line. It'll make it a third down and manageable.
Yeah, Pruitt just got it and looked like he was going to try to bounce it, but he found a little seam, and he cut it back up the gut right there and was able to get a couple.
T. Riley on the tackle for the Whippets. It'll be third down around short 5 yards to go from the 45-yard line. High snap. Get it down and give it to Pruitt, and he is hit. It's going to depend on the spot. That spot, he's a yard short. But this is probably 4-down territory. Sean Harrington and T. Riley on the tackle. Looks like Neshoba going to leave the offense out there. They're averaging about 4 yards a carry, so you would think this is no-brainer for them. Trying to convert a 4th down. They got to get just across the Whippet 41. High snap. And there's the give, and Pruitt's going to get just enough. Just enough to have the first down. LaMarcus Riley stopped him. But, yeah, now Pruitt's going to come back, go out. Red Loggins back in.
Yeah, just a heavy dose of Pruitt and Loggins so far.
That was a band, right? Pruitt and Loggins and Messina, right? Pruitt and Loggins, that'll be a new band. Under 9 minutes to go, Neshoba Central driving it on the opening drive of the ball game. They're going to give it to Loggins again. He's hit, reverses his field. There comes a flag. Coming back, J.T. Herron with a big stop for a loss of about 7 yards. I bet the Whippets decline. It's going to be a hold.
Yeah.
I bet the Whippets decline that because it's almost almost the same thing, except you get the second down. Oh, great job by J.T. Herron.
Yep.
Yeah, so great tackle for loss by J.T. Herron. Will be a second down. Where do they put it back at? About the 47?
47,
yeah. 47. So it's going to be second down around 16. They got to get close to the 30, 31-yard line. They're going to give it to him on a sweep going to the right side. That's Hawthorne, and he doesn't get much back to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Whippets defense there looked like maybe Harrington.
Yeah, they did a good job, Whippet defense, just being able to scrape out there and stretch the field and be able to make that tackle there before he was able to hit a seam.
This is what you do for a team like this. They don't want to throw it. You got them in a throwing situation here. You got a third down and long, and they're going to go to the pistol set here with two receivers to the right. The running back is lined up right behind his quarterback. They're going to fake it to a roll. Huffman, he wants to throw. That is caught. No,
he was
incomplete.
Out of bounds,
incomplete. Right on the sideline. Huffman put it. It was a good spot. It would have been short of the line to gain. It was Herron in coverage. Intended receiver was Greer. He did catch the ball, but he was out of bounds. So will be fourth down and long, and it appears that Huffman is going to handle punting duties too. So he's going to step back around his 40. The Whippets will put back two punt returners. Keith Lay returned punts last year, so he's sort of the middleman, but Roundtree is also going to be back.
Got a flag.
Yeah, there's some kind of.
Huh.
I'm not quite sure what that could be.
Too many on the field.
Yep. That's about the only thing it could be from where it was thrown. So illegal substitution. No score here in the first quarter. Neshoba Central got a couple of first downs, but the Whippet defense stopped them around midfield, forcing a punting situation. Jontavius Roundtree back around the 20. Boy, he has got some speed. So if he's able to get one, Roundtree will be able to take this one. He gets it at the 25-yard line. He's going to go up the hash marks, go outside at the 20, and he's pulled down right at the 30-yard line.
Yeah, he had some room over here.
Yeah,
I thought he was going to hit it, but he cut it back.
Yeah, I thought he was going to follow big Keith Lay around the side. But, hey, the Whippet offense will take the field. First and 10 from its old 30-yard line. Led by Caden Wade, talented junior quarterback last season, 109 out of 192, 1,412 yards, 9 touchdowns passing, 9 touchdowns rushing with 604 rush yards. And the Whippets go empty set here. No running backs. Wade dropping to throw, surveying the field, steps up, going to run it himself. He will get back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. So some good coverage there for Neshoba Central. Wade had nobody to throw to. And now,
yeah, they had him covered up right there. But Wade did a good job to get back to pretty much the line of scrimmage.
They're going to put Jackson Schuler, going to bring him in. And let's see, I think Roundtree went off the field. So we're going to see Schuler come in. Empty set backfield once again for Wade. He throws it in the middle of the field. I was wrong. Roundtree was on the field. He made the catch.
Yeah, I think Sandifer went off.
Sandifer, okay.
Yeah.
6-yard gain for the Whippets. It'll be third down and short. Or not really short, third down and medium, about 4 yards. Got to get across the 40. Ball is resting right at the 36-yard line. First quarter approaching the Heat timeout, which they will do, even though it's not quite as hot as you normally think. They'll still do a Heat timeout at the 6-minute mark. Whippets this time do have a running back. It's C.J. Sandifer. He will get the call. He runs forward, lowers his shoulder. He's not going to get there. He's going to come up about 1.5 yards shy of what he needed. So it'll be 4th down and 1. Sandifer stood up by one of those big Neshoba defensive linemen. There is no heat. Okay.
Yeah, I think Kosciusko.
Kosciusko called a timeout, so we will take it with them. 5:53 to go first quarter, no score. We're back in 60 seconds.
Sunstar Insurance walks with you through life's twists and turns, offering tailored coverage for every chapter. Our devoted team makes sure you have the choices and support you deserve, turning uncertainty into peace of mind. Whether you're securing a home, a car, or your future, we put reliability and care at the heart of every policy. With Sunstar Insurance, you're backed by a partner committed to protecting what matters.
I'm Robbie Robertson. I'm Bradley Tyler.
Sunstar Insurance, Court Square in Kosciusko.
Gear up for deer season at the Everything you need is at the Atala County Co-op.
Everything you need.
Boswell Media Sports.
It was a heat timeout, and the Whippets line up to go for it. They give it to Jackson Schuler, and he has a first down. So serve pro first down. So Whippets shouldn't have been charged a timeout. That was a heat timeout that they do it during the pretty much all the way to October. They use those heat timeouts. So Whippets shouldn't have been charged, but the Whippets go to that I formation from his fullback spot. Schuler gets the first down, and the Whippets have a fresh set of downs to work with. No score here with 5.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Moving it left to right. 3 receivers to the left. Sandifer is your running back. It's going to be a QB keeper by Wade. Breaks a tackle, runs into the umpire, and he keeps the pile moving forward. Keeps moving. Now they blow the whistle. And Wade never actually went down. He is fired up. He got out to the 44-yard line.
Yeah, it was a nice run, nice read. I don't know if that was a read, but I mean, he did a great job right there. They were keying Sandifer right there, and he was able to pull it and find him a seam and hit it, and man was to be able to get that, stretch that, and get that first down.
Yeah, about a 15-yard pickup for a Surf Pro first down. Moves the ball into Neshoba Central territory. This time, Sandifer to the left of his quarterback. Tight end Rankin is in the ball game to give us to Sandifer. Powers through an arm tackle. Doesn't quite make it to the 40. It's about a 3-yard gain. Yeah, Whippets had brought in William Rankin as a true tight end. He was lined up in a stance on the right side of the line. And you've seen Rankin. They'll move him out in slot. He's got some hands, does the tight end William Rankin. So second down. About 7 yards to go for Kosciusko. And now they will move Rankin out. They'll line him up out wide to the right along the numbers with 2 receivers to the left. High snap throw. Little catch to Pierce on a screen pass. Running around the left side. There he goes down the sideline. He's at the 10, the 5, and he goes out of bounds at the 5-yard line. Boy, perfectly drawn up play by Coach Wiley Rhodes. Gets the Whippets a 1st and goal from the 4.
And that's a great job right there. Just throw it and catch it and giving it to an athlete and letting him hit that same great job by Schuler. And I don't know if there was another receiver out there as well to be able to throw a block. And Pierce got down there and he wanted him a little bit too. He lowered his shoulder.
35-yard pickup, 1st and goal for the Whippets. They will go with the big boy package. I formation. It is a give to Sandifer. He runs right, breaks one tackle, stretches, he's in. C.J. Sandifer broke off a tackle at the 2-yard line, stretched the ball over the goal, and he is in for the score. Whippet touchdowns brought to you by Baptist Atala. 3:57 to go first quarter.
Yeah, big effort right there by Sandifer. What looked like he was going to go down a little short, but man, second effort, and he was able to get it in.
And he came up limping just a little bit, running off the field. Whippets switch out of that swing and gate formation. They'll bring Braden Ray back in to attempt the PAT. Going to be out of the hold of Jabri Pierce. Good snap. It's a low kick, but it knuckleballs through and good. Whippets lead it 7-0. 3:57 to go here in the first quarter. We're back in 60 seconds on Boswell Media Sports.
Premier Medical Group in Kosciusko is proud to welcome Dr. Jenny Kate Miles and Dr. Helen Turner to their team. Whether you need a checkup, ongoing care, or a trusted provider for your family, Dr. Miles and Dr. Turner are taking new patients. Schedule your appointment today. Call Premier Medical Group at 662-289-1800.
Premier Medical Group, PMG, good health is our priority.
Have you been putting off coming to the dentist lately? Hello, I'm Dr. Adam Middleton from Autumn Ridge Dental in Kosciusko. We are treating patients with a mindset we have always held, that proper, regular, preventive care can help keep your mouth healthy and functioning properly. We want all our patients to have a smile they can be proud of. Please call us at 662-289-7076 for an appointment. Come see us and we will give you something to smile about.
Boswell Media Sports.
The Whippets take the lead 7-0 on a 3-yard touchdown run by C.J. Sandifer on the ensuing kickoff. It's a little squibbler down the middle of the field. Whippets trying to catch him off guard, but Neshoba is there to jump on it, to recover it right around the midfield logo. First quarters for Whippets football brought to you by Central Tire Service. Didn't tell you what the teams were wearing. The Rockets going with the all blue uniforms. Blue tops, blue bottoms. They have white numerals. They have white helmets with the blue Rockets logo on it. The Whippets going with white tops, maroon pants. They have maroon helmets, maroon numerals, and the white interlocking KHS logo. There's a give to the running back, Craig Pruitt, but a great defensive stop in the backfield for the Whippets. I think Rowdy Roan was there on the tackle.
Yeah, that was Roan, came off the edge right there. Did a great job, man, just reading that and attacking it.
It's going to be a loss of one. Good job there by Rowdy Roan. We told you that Roan and Harrington both kind of going to be going back and forth there on that other outside linebacker spot. Both of them are in a battle of it. Hey, but competition breeds success. That's how you get on the field. 2nd down and 11. High snap. Huffman rolls to his left. He's going to fire back across his body. Catches pulled in across the 50-yard line by Kason Greer. There was a rocket from a rocket. That's going to be 3rd down and short. Right there in coverage was Zay Riley. So 3rd down, 1 to go. Ball just across the 50 at the Whippets' 48-yard line. Huffman claps for another high snap to give us to Loggins. Running left. He is hit and dropped in the backfield. Knocked out of bounds by J.T. Herron. Going to lose about 5 yards. Boy, J.T. Herron, 2nd tackle for loss this evening, and it pushes them back to a 4th down and around 6 yards.
Yeah, good job right there. That's what you want right there on 3rd down. To be able to drop them for a loss. Good job by J.T. Herron.
Now the Whippets are going to get the punt team out on the field, or are they going to run punt safe? They're going to run punt safe. Yep, that's what they're going to do. Because Huffman is the punter, so it's going to be punt safe. So Keith Lay's just going to go back rather than bringing on Roundtree. Yeah, so Lay's going to go back. Which I said, he's got some experience there. He returned punts last year. Huffman with the boomer of a kick. Lay's just going to let it go over his head, bounce it to 20. It'll take a good Neshoba Central roll inside the 15, and the Rockets will down it at the 12-yard line. So 88 yards of real estate in front of this Whippet offense, but the defense does a great job there of not letting Neshoba get a first down with 2:33 to go in the first quarter. Kosciusko with a 7-0 lead, and you'll see Caden Wade in the offense take over. Had to convert a 4th down right around midfield on their opening drive, but they were able to do that. And now it'll be the Whippets trying to extend the lead. Roundtree motions. They're going to swing it to him out of the backfield. He is hit, and he'll be dropped for a loss. Great defensive play by Steve Brown Jr. coming up from his defensive back spot. Lost about 3 yards.
Yeah, that was a good read right there by that defender.
And you think you got to be fast to track down Roundtree.
Right.
I mean, Roundtree, he's got some speed. So it'll be second down, around 13 yards to go. Roundtree once again lined up to the left of his quarterback, Caden Wade, with the QB keeper. He runs right into the arms of a Neshoba Central defender, and it's not anyone you want to run into. Anton Hobson, big 6'1", 275.
Yeah, that's one thing about their offensive and defensive fronts, man. They're big. They're closing it up in there pretty good.
So they actually got a yard on it. So it'll be third down and around 12 to go for Kosciusko. Just under 90 seconds to go, first quarter. Whippets into a traditional passing situation right here, you would think. 4 wide set, 2 lined up to the left. Wade's going to call an audible there. Now he's ready to go, dropping the throw, looks left, he's going to throw left. Catch is made by Rankin, and he'll get up across the 25 to the 26-yard line. Going to be enough for the Serve Pro first down.
Yeah, nice little throw and catch there on third down, and old Rankin, man, he's got good hands, and good size, good hands. He can block, and he can catch a football.
Yeah, because, last year, he turned into a tight end last year. Before that, he'd been playing offensive line.
That's right.
And we had asked, when we saw how he could catch last year, why did it take so long to convert him to a receiver? I think he's got some hands, but big pickup there. They do give him up to the 26-yard line, so a 16-yard pickup. It's going to be an option play, and Wade's going to keep it. He'll only get about 2 yards before he gets pushed down. The good news here, C.J. Sandifer is back in the ball game. We mentioned on that touchdown he kind of came up hobbled. He had been sitting on the sideline. I think he was getting some tape done, and that's why Roundtree had been back there playing running back. And so Sandifer on this series has come back in. Whippets can let it go if they want to. They don't have to snap it right here with 10 seconds to go. They could take it to the quarter. Wade comes to the line. They will snap it. Going to be a quick throw. Catch made on the far sideline. Jabry Pierce gets it and runs forward up to the 35-yard line. It'll make it third down and short when we come back to start the second quarter. The Whippets are in the lead 7-0. Back in 60 seconds with more Whippets football from Boswell Media Sports.
Did you know that 80% of learning in young children comes through the eyes? Thomas Vision offers eye exams for children starting at 6 months. It's very important for children to have an eye exam before entering first grade. Doctors Angela Thomas, Tara Dew, and Anna Middleton offer comprehensive eye exams that thoroughly assess overall eye and vision health. Thomas Vision's optical department has the latest glasses frames, and you get 20% off your second pair. Thomas Vision, Veterans Memorial Drive, and Kosciusko.
This is Chris Coleman, your neighborhood Alpha insurance agent. At Alpha, we understand the value of hard work, trust, and protection for the ones you love. Alpha Insurance has a long proven history of taking care of the folks who hold these same values. As your local Alpha agent, I want to help protect you and your family and help you succeed and prosper as you go through the journey of life. Call me at 662-289-1024. Message me on Facebook or drop in at 235 North Madison Street in Kosciusko. Alpha Insurance for all of your auto, home, life, and commercial needs.
Boswell Media Sports.
To start the second quarter, we'll flip into the field, and the Whippets will have a third down and manageable. Well, they just not get him a good spot. I thought it was going to be third and a lot shorter.
Yes.
I thought it was going to be about 3rd and 2.
Yeah.
As it is, Whippets with a 7-0 lead start the second quarter. Second quarter is brought to you by Pickles Drug Store. Have Roundtree as the back. They're going to pitch it to him. He'll run right. He's got some room. He's got some speed across the 50. There he goes. Cuts back at the 40. Down the sideline. 20. 10-5. Roundtree runs around and through the Rocket defense for a 64-yard touchdown run. And the Whippets on the first play of the second quarter extend the lead.
I'll tell you one thing for Roundtree, you give him a little seam, and he'll hit it, and he'll burn you quick.
Yeah, as you said, I mean, it was just like, oh, there he goes. Looked like he was shot out of a cannon when he found it. Roundtree. The Whippets with 2 rushing touchdowns on the evening, switching out of that swing and gate formation. And it'll be Braden Ray on to attempt the PAT. Jabri Pierce is the holder. A little bit of a high snap, but Ray gets it through. It's good. Whippets with a 14-0 lead, 11:47 to go in the second quarter. We're back in 60 seconds here on Boswell Media Sports.
Be prepared for life's uncertainties with the correct insurance coverage from the Atala County Farm Bureau. Let's talk about change. Sometimes change is good. Sometimes change is scary. But what is certain is that everyone will experience change. The Atala County Farm Bureau's review program is designed to identify the changes that need to be made in your insurance coverage. Wayne Blaylock and James Metters invite you to stop by for your Farm Bureau Get Real review. Let them help you be prepared for change. Atala County Farm Bureau on the north side of the square in Kosciusko.
Your pharmacist is more than someone who fills your prescriptions. Your pharmacist helps you understand what medications you're taking. Your pharmacist makes sure your insurance is filed correctly. And your pharmacist answers any other questions you may have regarding your medications.
Hi, I'm Rob Pickle, registered pharmacist and owner of Pickle's Drugstore. It is my goal to give you the personal attention you need to improve your health and well-being. My staff and I are here to serve you.
Pickle's Drugstore, your hometown pharmacy, on the east side of the square in Kosciusko.
Boswell Media Sports.
Braden Ray's kick taken right around the 22-yard line by Landrick Hathorn. And he'll rush it forward. I think they pushed him out of bounds right around the 31-yard line. But it will be first down for the Rockets. With the Whippets with a 14-0 lead, 11:42 to go in this second quarter. Second quarter for Whippets football brought to you by Pickles Drugstore. Whippet offense has touched the ball twice, scored twice. It's still going to be the quarterback, Huffman, in there. Quick throw, catch pulled in by Hathorn, but Keith Lay's right there to make the tackle. It's going to be only a minimal pickup of about 2, maybe 3 yards. Well, Keith Lay right there to get him right away. Boy, the Whippets running a 3-3-5 defense. And Mississippi State Bulldog fans of the 90s will know that is the Joe Lee Dunn defense. It's kind of what they're rolling with here.
You can show a lot of stuff out of that too, man. There's a lot of moving.
All right now they're showing some pressure.
Yeah.
Second down and 8. It's a give to Loggins, and he's upended at the 40-yard line. Going to make it a close to a first down, but not quite. Keith Lay, Rowdy Roan there, but that's one thing, Jeremy, too. If you get caught in the blitz, there's nobody back there.
That's right.
Nobody back there in the second level to keep them in front of you. So it'll be third down and short. Now bunch those receivers, 3 to the left side, 1 along the numbers. It's another give to Loggins, running right up the hash marks. He jumps forward up close to the 45. He'll have the first down. So a good play for Loggins. T. Riley with the stop. That'll be Craig Pruitt coming in to give some relief to Red Loggins. First down, ball right around the Rockets' 44-yard line. Bunch the formation with 3 receivers to the left. High snap over the head of Huffman. He's going to go back and just fall on it back inside the 30. They'll say the 29-yard line. Smart play by Huffman just to fall on it. Nick Suddeth was chasing him down. But a high snap will throw off the timing, and now it's going to be second down and long. Second down and about scuba. We got to go a long way. They're going to bring in a tight end, Paxton Sharp, big junior tight end. line him up on the left side of the line. So double tight set out of a pistol formation for Neshoba Central. Whippets with a 3-down lineman look. It's a give to Pruitt. He's hit, and he'll be dropped in the backfield. Bear hugged for a loss. Big LaMarcus Riley there for the tackle. So 3rd down and even longer now. They're backed up close to Williams Brothers. Long way. So let's see, they're at the 26-yard line. They got to get across the 50.
Yeah, about 28, I believe.
Yeah,
3rd and 28.
Yeah, got to cross the 50 to the 46. They flip the formation, 3 to the right. Huffman claps with the ball, aiming to throw. Got a lot of room to run. Now he's going to fire over the middle. Incomplete.
Ooh.
Tip drill. Caught by Heron on an interception. He's going back. It could be a pick 6. It will be. J.T. Heron. Pick 6. Otherwise, we got 3 flags on the field, so it might come back. Boy, it was a great play off the tip drill by J.T. Heron. Caught it at midfield, was running with a wall of blockers, and then you got 3 flags. Probably going to be one of those blind side blocks.
Yep, J.T. Heron in center field, man. Just a great, just couldn't draw it up any better on tip drill.
And nobody more disgusted about the flags than J.T. Heron. He's got to go find.
Oh, he's hot,
He's going to go find somebody and give him a little piece of his mind. That's one of those where you owe him a Frosty after practice on Monday. Something. Because, I mean, that was tailor-made. Great highlight reel. But, yeah, 3 flags. I mean, right around there's one at the 15, one at the 16, and there's one on the far sideline. So, going to be, like I said, one of those blind side blocks in the back. Something along those lines. The Whippets with the lead, 14-0. Would have been great to have a defensive score here in the opening game. But yeah, the ball bounced off of the receiver's hands, and J.T. Heron, he literally caught it right at the logo. I mean, it was right at the NC logo at midfield. So there's a holding foul. So it's going to be a total of 25 yards back because it was a holding call on the return and then a dead ball foul of a personal foul. So let's see where they're going to mark it off from because the 10-yarder would have been from around the 15-yard line. So Whippet's still going to be set up with decent field position, but still not as good as 6 points. So first down from around the 42-yard line is where they'll finally put it down. They'll fake it, throw over the middle. Catch made by Schuler at the 30-yard line, angling across the field, breaking one tackle, lowers his shoulder, and gets it inside the 10-yard line down to the 9. Boy, Schuler seeking out the contact right there.
Oh, man, he lowered the boom right there.
So it will be 1st and goal for the Whippets. See what they did there, Jeremy? They faked it, that little swing pass to Roundtree. They know how fast Roundtree is. And then you found Schuler wide open.
Yeah, it just created that seam right there.
Standing right out there. As the Whippets do when they're in the red zone. They'll get the big boys ready to go. I formation. It's a give to Sandifer. He runs forward, and he is hit and got back to the line of scrimmage. He might have got a yard. But, yeah. Tristan Carter and Derek Henley both on the tackle. One thing Coach Orr mentioned in the pregame, Neshoba's big. They got some big bodies across that defensive line. So you got to get a good push if you're that Whippets offensive line. So second down, they did give him about a yard, maybe half a yard. It wasn't a lot. It's still going to be second down and goal. And the Whippets get out of that I formation back to a shotgun look. H-back lined up on the left is Schuler. A quick throw off the hands, incomplete. Was aiming for the back shoulder throw right at the pylon to L.D. McBride. Off of McBride was there, just right when he turned around, the ball was almost in his hands, in his breadbasket. So almost got there a little bit too early. So third down, goal to go for the Whippets, trying to add to their lead, 14-0. They will go empty here. Put three receivers to the left. Slot right is William Rankin. Wade drops to throw. He's going to be flush from the pocket. He'll run to his right. There's a flag that comes in. Wade lowers his shoulder. He'll be pushed out of bounds right around the 3-yard line in the area of a hold. This one would come back if it's accepted, which I think you probably would accept it because then it'll be fourth and goal from the 3. Yeah, they're gonna move it back. So it'll be third down, and I assume it's a hold, which will be 10 yards. Yeah, that's one thing too they don't do anymore. They don't do holdings on a spot foul anymore. You don't do it in college or in high school. It's not a spot foul. So it's just going to be third down, and it'll still be goal to go. Should be around the 17, 18-yard line.
It should be.
Hey, if you're Kosciusko, you might like that. It gives you got that spread look.
Yeah.
It gives you a little bit more room to work with. Gives you more opportunity to spread out the defense, and Coach Ruffin might be thinking the same.
Yep, that's right.
The same thing. So we'll keep it right here, as we do have a timeout.
And it is going to be on the 17. It looks like it's closer to 17 than 18.
Timeouts presented by Reliant Physical Therapy to reset it. Whippets with a third down and goal to go from the 17-yard line. They have a 14-0 lead here in the second quarter. Neshoba Central has not been able to. They've been able to move the ball some and get a few first downs, but the Whippet defense has done a good job of being opportunistic, and they would have had a pick six, not for some penalties, but the Whippet defense has really done a good job of setting up the offense. And so here, as I said, Jeremy, I think if you're Coach Rhodes, obviously you don't mind fourth and goal from the 2, but if you're Kosciusko and you like to spread things out, being back a little bit isn't so bad.
Yeah, you got some room to work with, and they like to do this. And so, hey, you can go deeper into your playbook right here on some things that they like to do.
You could find an L.D. McBride or a Jackson Schuler on a big slant pattern or something along those lines. C.J. Sandifer is going to be back in the game.
And you got plenty of guys on the field that can catch the football. That's what makes it so nice for Kosciusko.
Roundtree motions left to right. He'll line up in the slot right. Wade dropping the throw over the middle, overthrown. Was aiming for Rankin on a slant pattern and just sailed it just a little bit. So the Whippets might trot out they're going to trot out the field goal unit. Not a bad idea to try a field goal here early in the season. See how you're going to do. Jackson Schuler's your short snapper on these field goals. Out of the hold of J. Reed Pierce will be Braden Ray right in the middle of the field. So going to be put down, around the 24. So 34-yard attempt for Braden Ray. Trying to extend the lead are the Whippets. It's a good snap. It's a low kick, and it is blocked. It's a live ball, and jumping on it are the Whippets. Not going to matter too much as the kick was blocked, and Neshoba Central takes over. Oh, but that's why you do things like that early on the first game, and you try to see where you have to improve on situations. But the Whippets turn it over. what could have been 6 points. Comes away with nothing. 6:48 to go. Whippets, it's good to know that the Whippets will receive the second half kickoff. So if they could put one more score on the board, they would like it. There's a flag on the play on a sweep coming in. I think it's going to be an illegal shift.
Yeah.
Alandric Hawthorne came in. Yeah. You had Hawthorne moving to the left, and then the running back kind of moved as well. So, yeah, it's going to be illegal shift. Yeah, so that'll back them up just a little bit. We still have the Heat timeout, 44 seconds away. Second quarters for Whippets baseball. Football. I'm back in baseball. Feels kind of like early baseball season, right? It doesn't feel like.
Oh yeah.
It doesn't feel like football. It doesn't feel like August football. That's a new running back. No, that's Loggins in the game. It'll be first down and 15 as Huffman claps for a snap. It's a little bit high. Survey it over the middle. That's caught at the 32-yard line. C.J. Spencer. Right there in the coverage and the tackle for the Whippets would be Keith Lay and Harrington. So it'll be second down. About 5, maybe 6. The PA says third down. Should be second down. Because that was a penalty on the first down. They're going to move it around. Now they're going to move Loggins again. Now motion Hawthorne. Stops, waggle. Huffman throws, going long, is incomplete. Aiming for Kason Greer. Great coverage out there by Martavian Miller. Yeah, that was just man-to-man right out there. Thrown a little bit too far.
A little one-on-one right there.
Maybe no Heat timeout. There it is. Heat timeout. 5:47 to go until halftime. The Whippets lead it 14-0.
Transition your home and your style for fall at Sullivan's. Check out their new fall home decor, clothing, and the perfect shoes to step up your autumn look. Sullivan's has everything you need to get game day ready. Whether you're hosting the party or cheering from the stands, fall's in the air. Make sure your home and wardrobe are too. Visit Sullivan's today and find your fall favorites. Autumn starts here, only at Sullivan's in Kosciusko.
Your pet is more than just a pet. They're your family's fearless protector, your fetching athlete, your crumbs on the floor detector, the warm, snuggly heartbeat at your feet. State Farm understands why your pet means so much to you. So State Farm and Trupanion have teamed up to give your furry family members the protection they deserve. Pet medical insurance. It's another way State Farm is here to help life go right.
Call State Farm agent Angel Alvin McDonald at 662-289-3161.
Boswell Media Sports.
Out of the Heat timeout, Huffman's going to run it himself. He will run right, breaks a few tackles, able to stay on his feet. He won't get much, maybe about 2 yards. A host of Whippets there. You got Covington, Suddiff, also Travion Nash there. Give those guys some tackles, and it looks like the punt team will come out onto the field. Huffman step back to handle the punting duties, and the Whippets will put back Roundtree and Keith Lay. Now we have another timeout called by Neshoba Central. Neshoba wasn't, I don't think they were all set on the special teams. It looked like they were a little out of sorts on what to do on the punt. So we'll keep it right here. Talk to you about Coach Ruffin. This is Coach Ruffin's second season as the head coach of the Neshoba Central Rockets. Last year, Neshoba went 6-6. They went 4-1 in their district, made it to the second round of the playoffs. They ended up losing to the eventual state champ Grenada. Second round game, lost to Grenada 31-7. Grenada, as I said, would go on to beat Hattiesburg in the 6A state championship, but Coach Ruffin lost a lot off of that squad. including his son. His son plays for Southern Miss. His son's on the team at Southern Miss. So he'll be playing defensive back. He'll be playing tomorrow in Hattiesburg, Mississippi State and Southern Miss, squaring up for an 11 o'clock kickoff. Very, very quick time out there. So we're ready to roll. Huffman gets a good snap back. High kick. Roundtree is going to catch it on the run at the 38-yard line. Will try to get the edge. Breaks one tackle. Round the corner. 50, 40. Cuts it back and pushed out of bounds at the 34-yard line. Boy, Roundtree is a weapon on the return team. Thought that he was going to be caught right here around the 40, and somehow he just finds another gear.
Yeah, he just hits it in turbo mode.
Able to get around. So now the Whippets will have that opportunity, leading it 14-0 with just under 5 minutes to play. Try to double up because they'll receive the opening kickoff of the second half. You'll see Caden Wade take the offense over. Whippets with 2 rushing touchdowns this evening. LD McBride's going to be your lone receiver out here on the near side. Boy, you got single man coverage over here. Whippets with Schuler in as an H-back. It'll be a keeper for Caden Wade. He runs right forward. I see a flag on the far sideline. It's got to be a neutral zone infraction or something, because it was thrown right when the ball was snapped. Looks like it's going to go against Kosciusko. Illegal formation. Didn't have somebody on the line like they were supposed to be. Those are the things you talk about, Jeremy, early in the season, right? First game of the year, you find out stuff like that, procedural penalties, and you're still learning the playbook and all of that. So that's to be expected here early on. It'll still be first down, but it backs the ball up to the 39-yard line. So first down, 15, ball on the right hash for the Whippets. Or the Whippets break the huddle very quickly. This time they'll bunch the receivers in a triangle to the right side. Going to be a quick throw. Catch made by Jabry Pierce. Breaks one tackle, and he'll get a few yards across the 40, but not a lot. Maybe up to the 39-yard line. I'm not even sure they give him the 39. Might be the 40.
Yep.
Yeah, give him the 40. This will be second down around 14. C.J. Sandifer ran to the sideline. Did not see who might have come in to replace him. It looks like it's going to be Roundtree. He'll stand in at that running back spot. Schuler lined up in the slot to the left. Motion Roundtree out. Wade wants to throw. Now he's going to step up. Fire wide open in the middle of the field was Jabry Pierce. Breaks one tackle, slung down right at the 20-yard line. 20-yard pitch and catch from Caden Wade to Jabry Pierce.
See, that's a nice play. It gives him 3 options right there. And, man, Neshoba keeps wanting to bite with Roundtree coming out. And you got to respect him. But, man, it is Pierce and Schuler is left down here. He's got 3 options right there, and all 3 options are good options.
Yeah, I mean, all those guys they got hands. They can catch. Pistol set this time for Caden Wade and the Whippets. Sandifer back in at your running back. Now they'll move him out to the right of his quarterback. It is a give to Sandifer. He is hit in the backfield, and the tackle will actually give him a yard, maybe 2. 3 or 4 Rockets there. Sandifer stood him up, and as I said, the last person came in from the back and kind of pushed the pile forward. So able to get a yard up to the 19-yard line. Second down and 9. Whippets with a 14-0 lead. Exactly 3 minutes to go here in the first half. Quick rolling ball game here on the opening night of football. Week 1 in the MHSAA. Got a lot of games. We'll try to find you some scores at the half. Caden Wade with Pierce out wide lines him up, and now we got a whole bunch of moving. Somebody moved for the Whippets. They call snap infraction. So once again, Jeremy, another one of those procedural penalties that work themselves out throughout the season. So like it's second down 14 for the Whippets. 2 receivers stacked just off the line to the left. They do have Rankin in at the receiver spot. Caden Wade takes a snap, aiming to throw. Right side, it is overthrown. Jabry Pierce looking for it at the the 15-yard line, and Wade sailed it just a little bit. Which is another thing you see early in the season, Jeremy. You're kind of amped up, right?
That's right.
You know, those passes, you get amped up, you throw them a little bit harder, things like that.
And it is. A lot of times we don't think about it. They've been 7-on-7 all year, but when you put those big defensive linemen up front and they coming at you, the height up front, man, it changes the game up that a lot of times we don't think about.
And they are big ones, too. They're big ones across that Neshoba Central front line. They've been going over to Choctaw and eating a buffet or something. They got some big ones. That's a give to Roundtree, trying to run to the right side. Breaks one tackle, gets around the edge, but won't get much. Basically back to the original line of scrimmage, depending on where they spot him. They don't even spot him back to the original line of scrimmage. It'll make it 4th down, around 12 or 11. Whippets obviously going to leave the offense on the field. Yeah, that time, Jeremy, you could tell it's a spy on Roundtree. Yeah. I mean, they had 3 blue jerseys, right? I mean, they're just like, you go where he goes. You could tell right there that's what they were doing. L.D. McBride, single coverage down the bottom of the field. Going to throw. Caden Wade finds Schuler. He'll stroll into the end zone for a touchdown. Thrown maybe even just a little bit behind him, but Schuler able to turn around and catch it in the bread basket, and the Whippets extend the lead. They convert a 4th down and long, and trying to make it a 21-0 lead will be Braden Ray.
Yeah, it's just a nice play right there when you got those 3 guys out there, that you got those options, and he's reading the secondary. Somebody's going to be open right there usually.
Snap is back. Kick splits the uprights good. Whippets lead at 21-0, 2:25 to go here in the opening half.
For 87 years, we've been your biggest fans. Rest assured, while you are cheering on your favorite team this season, Central Electric's team is working around the clock to provide reliable service year-round. Whether building power lines in extreme weather conditions or restoring power on a stormy night, Central Electric employees take your electric service seriously. We will be there to keep the game on. So enjoy this football season and take comfort in our team's reliable service all year long. It's our commitment to you, serving you since 1937. This institution is an equal opportunity provider and employer.
This is Allison Schuler, Chief Nursing Officer at Baptist Memorial Hospital Attala. Are you tired of traveling for cancer treatment? Now you don't have to. The new Cancer Treatment Center at Baptist Memorial Hospital Attala is now open, offering expert oncology care, infusions, and support services right here in Kosciusko. That means less time on the road and more time where it matters most, with your loved ones. Call 662-289-9893 today to learn more or ask your doctor about receiving treatment close to home.
Boswell Media Sports.
Braden Ray's kick is taken on the far sideline by D'Angelo Bowler at the 25-yard line. Gets a decent return up across the 35 to the 36. Nick Suddeth on the tackle. Whippets with a 21-0 lead, 2:19 to go in the first half. Boy, once again, Jeremy, how about Braden Ray getting these kicks to just die over there on the sideline?
That's right.
So it'll be, as I said, 36-yard line. Huffman still in at quarterback. Have yet to see Cordell Isaac. 3 receivers bunched to the right. Handoff, and it is a whole host of Whippets there on the tackle. Coming out from under the pile, I see Travion Nash, Rowdy Roll, Rashad Harrington, Zay Riley.
They just clogged it up in there, man.
Take your pick.
That's right.
A whole lot of them there under there. Loss of about 4 yards. Huffman takes a snap, rolling to his right, will fire. Incomplete. Aiming for his receiver, Kaysen Greer. Short-armed it, threw it low, and off his hands. And that helps the Whippets out with 1:54 to go. Stops the clock on it'll be a 3rd down and long. So, as I said, that really helps the Whippets. They're on 3rd 3rd and 11, maybe a 3rd and 12. Yeah, Jeremy, I'm surprised we haven't seen Isaac come in. He was a captain tonight. Cordell Isaac was a captain. I don't know if you see the quarterback be a captain, but didn't come in.
That's right.
Unless he's injured or something.
Yeah, I don't know. That's kind of
something of the sort. So 3rd down and long. Whippets back in that 3-3-5 defense. High snap. Huffman pulls it down. Now he's going to air it going out long. Incomplete. Bond-Slater in the coverage. There's a few flags right around the line of scrimmage. It might be illegal forward pass. I'm not sure if he was obviously
it was close.
My eyes go down the field.
I believe where they threw it, I believe he was across.
So it's most likely against Neshoba. Yep. That's what it is. Yeah, that's a loss of down. So it's not even that the Whippets can decline it. So it's a loss of down. It's going to be 4th down. And so that helps the Whippets even more. So you're going to back them up 5 yards. Huffman does have a good leg. We've seen him. He's got a good leg. But you know what the Whippets have? A good returner. They've got Roundtree. Going right around the 40-yard line. And he's been about that close to breaking one every time he's touched the ball. And another good punt by Huffman. And Roundtree will just call a fair catch right around the 40-yard line. Good hang time on the punt from Huffman. But the Whippets, they'll have 1:40 to try to go 60 yards. And with the way this Whippet offense is rolling, they can do it. And they should have all 3 timeouts left, because the first timeout they took,
that's right,
I think they wiped off the board because it was the heat timeout. So I believe Kosciusko has all 3 timeouts to work with. So they could try to tack on another score and then get
the football,
that's
right,
back to start the second half. You got Schuler in as your H-back. 1 receiver to the right, 1 lined up to the left. Wade hands off to Sandefur. What a trap play running right. He'll get 3 yards. Whippets don't seem to be in too much of a hurry. But now I see Coach Orr. He is saying 2-minute drill. He's looking at Wade, pointing at his wrist. They're using it as a little bit of a practice run right here. Run your 2-minute drill right before the half. 2nd down, 7 yards to go. Caden Wade on a QB keeper with a great move. He's trying to get the edge. He has the edge at the 40. 50 crosses midfield and goes out of bounds with 63 seconds remaining down to the 38-yard line. Oh, he put a nifty move in the backfield on that defensive end. Oh, gets the Whippets over into Neshoba territory. So first down, they do give him the 38-yard line. Now you might start to see the Whippets use those timeouts and if they do some running plays. So shotgun set. Wade will have 3 receivers to his right. A little bit of a low snap. Wade looking left, aiming down the sideline. It's LD McBride, catches it at the 9-yard line and goes down at the 4. Finger-tipped catch for number 10.
Boy, just a nice throw and catch. And, man, Wade put it right where you want it. Either McBride's going to catch it or it's going to go out of bounds. Great job right there.
And the Whippets do choose to take a timeout. Timeouts are brought to you by Reliant Physical Therapy. Just 55 seconds remaining, so we'll keep it right here as the Whippets lead at 21-0. But yeah, LD McBride is one of those guys that the Whippets are really obviously excited about most of their players, so we see how they can catch. But McBride is one of those guys that, just you see him out there at number 10, it makes you think about Harmon. Right?
That's right, Yeah,
because I think Coach Orr said that they were going to camps, and they were like, I thought he graduated, right? And so, kind of has that same build as an Antonio Harmon. Good luck to Harmon tomorrow, he and the Thundering Herd. taking on the Georgia Bulldogs. Good luck to that staff. But the Whippets going to be inside the 5-yard line. First down and goal. We might see the big boy package come out here with the I formation. Nope, they're gonna be in that shotgun set. They do have Schuler in as a H-back to the right side. It is a give to Sandifer, breaks one tackle, runs right, dives forward. They say touchback.
He fumbled the ball, didn't he?
Fumbled.
Yeah, when he came up.
Yeah.
In the air, he fumbled it because he dove in. It looked like tried to dive.
Yeah. I didn't see. Let's see who recovered it. Graham Fulton on the recovery, but yeah, as you mentioned, Jeremy, just he kind of got lost in that pile in there, and all I could see was a sideline official doing the touchback symbol, right? The touchback, hand gesture. So that's the only reason I knew what had actually happened. But that's another one of those situations where your second effort, your second effort, it hurts you a little bit more that time. But hey, Sandifer, that's the kind of ball player that he is. He's going to keep going until you put him in the ground. So with 48 seconds left, Neshoba Central, 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line. Handoff goes to Red Loggins, and he'll be tackled and double-teamed by Rowdy Roan, Nick Suddeth. Rowdy Roan and Nick Suddeth. And I don't imagine Neshoba would try to do anything too fancy here. Technically, they don't have to snap it. Play clock didn't even start, so they don't have to snap it at all. I think it should have started, but it did not. Bunch 3 receivers, a high snap. Huffman gets it down, throws, almost picked off. Aiming for Kaysen Greer on a little slant route, and it went through the hands of Bonslater.
Yeah, threw the timing off, and he just caught it, and he just chunked it.
Yeah, as you mentioned, the timing off on that high snap. That's supposed to be a quick slant, where all you do is throw it to, just running right across the middle, but that high snap did mess up the timing. So 3rd down, about 8 yards to go, 9 seconds here to go in the half. Red Loggins stands to the right of his quarterback. They'll motion to Landrick Hawthorne. He'll run to the right, and he'll get maybe a yard, but that is it. And that will sound the horn on the first half of play. It is all Whippets from Philadelphia. Kosciusko with a 21-0 lead. We will step aside for an extended break. When we come back, we will have our Citizens National Bank halftime report. 21-0. Whippets lead it at intermission.
For 87 years, we've been your biggest fans. Rest assured, while you are cheering on your favorite team this season, Central Electric's team is working around the clock to provide reliable service year-round. Whether building power lines in extreme weather conditions or restoring power on a stormy night, Central Electric employees take your electric service seriously. We will be there to keep the game on. So enjoy this football season and take comfort in our team's reliable service all year long. It's our commitment to you, serving you since 1937. This institution is an equal opportunity provider and employer.
Craving the simple goodness of farm fresh dairy? Discover the difference with Prairie Farms Dairy. Proudly farmer-owned, always fresh. From milk to ice cream, butter to irresistible frozen treats, every product comes straight from our family to yours. Experience the taste of real farm fresh quality in every bite and sip. Look for the Prairie Farms brand at your local grocery store. Prairie Farms Dairy. Farm fresh goodness. From our family to yours, every single day.
When an electrical shortage in your office causes extensive smoke and water damage, or that musty odor indicates you might have a mold problem, you need a lot more than just help cleaning up. That's why Serve Pro of Kosciusko, Philadelphia, Greenwood is where you turn when disaster strikes. We offer all the cleanup and construction services to take your home or business from post-disaster to as good as new as soon as possible. So no matter what happens, there's just one call you need to make. Serve Pro of Kosciusko, Philadelphia, Greenwood to see how they can help you get back to like it never even happened. Franchises are independently owned and operated.
Imagine a gym that never sleeps.
Just like your fitness goals.
Holmes Healthplex is open 24/7.
Giving you the freedom to work out on your schedule.
Not hours.
Wave goodbye to those pesky joining fees.
And hello to unlimited access to cardio machines,
weights,
and group classes like Pilates and spin.
All included in your membership.
Find us on Highway 12.
Where your fitness journey awaits around the clock at Holmes Healthplex.
Be prepared for life's uncertainties with the correct insurance coverage from the Atala County Farm Bureau. Let's talk about change. Sometimes change is good. Sometimes change is scary. But what is certain is that everyone will experience change. The Atala County Farm Bureau's review program is designed to identify the changes that need to be made in your insurance coverage. Wayne Blaylock and James Metters invite you to stop by for your Farm Bureau Get Real review. Let them help you be prepared for change. Atala County Farm Bureau on the north side of the square in Kosciusko.
This is Allison Schuler, Chief Nursing Officer at Baptist Memorial Hospital Atala. Are you tired of traveling for cancer treatments? Now you don't have to. The new Cancer Treatment Center at Baptist Memorial Hospital Atala is now open, offering expert oncology care, infusions, and support services right here in Kosciusko. That means less time on the road and more time where it matters most, with your loved ones. Call 662-289-9893 today to learn more or ask your doctor about receiving treatment close to home.
Hello, I'm Mandy Hudgens, and it's my privilege to serve our customers at Citizens National Bank. Being part of a bank with more than 137 years of history means standing on a foundation of strength, stability, and trust. We've been through it all, and we're still here, committed to helping you reach your goals. As a local community bank, we make decisions right here at home with your goals and your success in mind. And when you walk through our doors, you'll see friendly faces who take the time to understand what truly matters to you. If you're looking for a bank you can count on, one that knows your community and puts your needs first, we're ready to earn your trust, like we've done for generations. Citizens National Bank, strong, stable, and locally owned since 1888.
There's power in caring, power in community. That's the power of local. Citizens National Bank, member FDIC.
Boswell Media Sports.
And welcome in to the Citizens National Bank halftime report here at the intermission. Kosciusko with a 21-0 lead as Whippets were able to get 14 points there in the first quarter, and then able to add on another score in the second quarter. They got rushing touchdowns from C.J. Sandifer and Roundtree, and then they had a receiving touchdown by Jackson Schuler. The Kosciusko Big Red Band is making its way out onto the field. When they get ready to go, we will have that performance for you here on YouTube on our video stream that's brought to you by Allen's Furniture. So we are streaming live on YouTube, also at breezynews.com. And if you're somewhere where you don't need to be watching a video, right, you can still get us on the all-new Breezy 103 app. And, of course, always on 103.7, which it goes a little bit farther. Now, the signal after the switch over here this summer, you can listen to us a little bit farther away. So that's always good, but it's always good to have the Breezy 103 app as well, just, in case you are out of listening range. Had a few scores to report, don't have many coming in as we had a quick roll in first half here. I do have the Ethel Tigers are up on J.Z. George 16-0. Coach Junior Graham in his first season there, coaching for his alma mater. So the Tigers are up. Here's a big one in the state. This is a huge game, and it's about like you would expect the game to be. Louisville and West Point. Louisville leads West Point 7-6 at halftime. West Point, the defending 5A state champions. Louisville lost the state championship last year on a 2-point conversion. They scored right at the end of the ball game. Coach Shorter decided to go for 2 against Poplarville, did not get it, and Louisville fell in the 4A state championship game. But, hey, looks like the Wildcats are bouncing back with a close one there West Harrison down on the coast is leading Poplarville. Speak of the devil, Poplarville, one of the favorites to make it back to the state championship in the South 4A. They are trailing at the half 21-12, and it is past Christian all over Long Beach 28-0 there. So there's a few scores for you. As our scores updates are brought to you by Sullivan's Drugs and Gifts. We'll give you a few more, as I said, as we come upon them, but it looks like the Kosciusko Big Red Band is ready to perform. So Rick and I will turn it over to Big Red.
Calling all units. Calling all units. The suspect is a crime syndicate known as the Kosciusko High School Band. They are conducted by drum majors Sarah Coleman and Hannah Beckham. Proceed with caution and avoid the deceiving heathens at all cost, or you will become a villain yourself.
just one time to die.
And that was the Kosciusko Big Red Band performing its show, Villain, But here at the half, it is Kosciusko 21, Neshoba Central 0. We will take another break. When we come back, we'll turn it over to Jeremy Tillman for a look at some drive recaps and some stats. But it's all Whippets here at halftime, 21-0.
Transition your home and your style for fall at Sullivan's. Check out their new fall home decor, clothing, and the perfect shoes to step up your autumn look. Sullivan's has everything you need to get game day ready. Whether you're hosting the party or cheering from the stands, fall's in the air. Make sure your home and wardrobe are too. Visit Sullivan's today and find your fall favorites. Autumn starts here, only at Sullivan's in Kosciusko.
Football season is back.
Whippets hold them out of the end zone.
Friday nights will be packed with hard hits and tough plays. And at Reliant Physical Therapy, we're here to help you bounce back stronger. Whether you're a Whippet on the field or a fan in the stands, our expert team delivers results you can feel. From shoulders and elbows to backs, hips, knees, and ankles, our therapists treat the whole body with care and precision. No referral needed. Call today or visit ReliantPT.com to get started.
Big play by the Whippet defense.
Gear up for deer season at the Attala County Co-op. Pick from top brands like Moultrie and Boss Buck gravity feeders, plus irresistible attractants. Mobucks, Buck Duo, Strawberry Blast Rice Bran, and even peanut butter and jelly rice brand feed. Everything you need is at the Attala County Co-op.
The everything you need store. Attala County Co-op. Attala County Co-op.
Looking for adventure or just cruising the city? Central Tire Service is your go-to pit stop. Equipped with premium brands like Kenda and Goodyear, we ensure your tires align with your lifestyle. Visit us on Veterans Memorial Drive and let's get your journey rolling again. Don't pause your adventure. Gear up at Central Tire Service and drive confidently into life's moments. Central Tire, where your journey continues.
Have you been putting off coming to the dentist lately? Hello, I'm Dr. Adam Middleton from Autumn Ridge Dental in Kosciusko. We are treating patients with a mindset we have always held, that proper, regular, preventive care can help keep your mouth healthy and functioning properly. We want all our patients to have a smile they can be proud of. Please call us at 662-289-7076 for an appointment. Come see us and we will give you something to smile about.
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner is served to you daily at the drive-thru at both Kangaroo Crossing locations in Kosciusko. Bacon, eggs, biscuits for breakfast, chicken tenders, barbecue sandwiches, burgers, and more for lunch and dinner. Drive through and take home barbecue meat by the pound with sides of potato salad, baked beans, and coleslaw. All items in store are available for purchase at the drive-thru. Kangaroo Crossing on Veterans Memorial Drive and Highway 12 in Kosciusko.
Hello, I'm Mandy Hudgens, and it's my privilege to serve our customers at Citizens National Bank. Being part of a bank with more than 137 years of history means standing on a foundation of strength, stability, and trust. We've been through it all, and we're still here, committed to helping you reach your goals. As a local community bank, we make decisions right here at home with your goals and your success in mind. And when you walk through our doors, you'll see friendly faces who take the time to understand what truly matters to you. If you're looking for a bank you can count on, one that knows your community and puts your needs first, we're ready to earn your trust, like we've done for generations. Citizens National Bank, strong, stable, and locally owned since 1888.
There's power in caring, power in community. That's the power of local. Citizens National Bank, member FDIC.
Boswell Media Sports.
21-0. All Whippets at halftime. The Big Blue Band for Neshoba is getting ready to perform its halftime show. We'll continue with our Citizens National Bank halftime report, and we'll welcome Jeremy Tillman back into the broadcast to take a look at some stats. Jeremy, there was a lot to talk about there in the first half for Kosciusko.
It was, and, coming out the gate, Kosciusko deferred, and so Neshoba got the football, and Neshoba ran about 11 or 12 plays there in that first drive, and it looked like, for the Whippet defense, it came out a little bit just trying to, on their heels, just trying to get situated a little bit, get on their feet a little bit, and they did a great job because they held them to a punt in the first series, and so they settled in. That Whippet defense did, and was able to just get in a good groove. But they held Neshoba to a punt. Then first time Kosciusko gets the football, first series. First score came at the 3:57 mark in the first quarter on a 4-yard run by C.J. Sandifer and Braden Ray. Kicked the extra point, and so Kosciusko was able to take it in 8 plays and stick it in the end zone there in the first quarter. And then again, just the Whippet defense, just not giving up too many big plays right there, and kind of settled in after that first series, and they held Neshoba to another punt. And then Kosciusko got the football and basically took it into the end of that quarter. And then the second score came first play in the second quarter. It came on a 68-yard run by Jontavius Roundtree, and man, he just got it and he took it to the house, and extra point was good at that point. It was 14-0 at the 11:47 mark in the second quarter, and just like we've been saying, just the defense did a great job. Man, Neshoba got the football, and that's when we had the pick six that got called back. We weren't able to get any points off of that once it got called back. We missed the field goal on that, but we was able to get another score in, and that third score came at the 2:25 mark in the second quarter on a throw and catch from Caden Wade to Jackson Schuler. It was a 22-yard throw and catch. Extra point was good, and that put it at 21-0, and that's where we stand now. But when you look at the first half, man, offensively for this Whippet offense, I have it as right at 300 yards of offense. You know, and that's not all-purpose yards, and I could be off some, but got about 168 yards through the air, 125 yards on the ground, and so this Whippet offense was able to was put together some scores and was able to put together some plays that were big in that first half.
Now, and looking at stats for the defense, they did a good job there. Of course, Jeremy mentioned J.T. Herron with the would have been pick six. He doesn't get credit for the sixth, but he does get credit for the pick. And he's also got a couple of tackles for loss. Look at a few other guys in there. LaMarcus Riley's got some tackles for loss. Rowdy Roan getting in on the tackles for loss. You have Keith Lay. I have him with the most tackles in the game for this Whippet defense. And so those are some guys you're looking at for your Autumn Ridge Dental Player of the Game that we'll name in the post game. As so maybe a Roundtree, Caden Wade, Jackson Schuler, and defensively you're looking at J.T. Herron, and also we mentioned Keith Lay. But Jeremy, as something you alluded to, 21-0. That's a good score for Kosciusko, as over a 6A program, but it could be 35.
That's right.
To nothing,
yeah.
with the pick six being called back, and then the right there at the end of the half, fumbling into the end zone. And so Whippets have left some points on the field, but I think if you're Kosciusko, your offense has been rolling pretty good. Your defense settling in. And so looking forward to the second half, because the Whippets will get the ball to start the second half. So we'll step aside for our final break. When we come back, we'll have the third quarter of football here from Neshoba Central. It's Whippets 21, the Rockets 0. Back after this.
Looking for adventure or just cruising the city? Central Tire Service is your go-to pit stop. Equipped with premium brands like Kenda and Goodyear, we ensure your tires align with your lifestyle. Visit us on Veterans Memorial Drive and let's get your journey rolling again. Don't pause your adventure. Gear up at Central Tire Service and drive confidently into life's moments. Central Tire, where your journey continues.
Craving the simple goodness of farm fresh dairy? Discover the difference with Prairie Farms Dairy. Proudly farmer-owned, always fresh. From milk to ice cream, butter to irresistible frozen treats, every product comes straight from our family to yours. Experience the taste of real farm fresh quality in every bite and sip. Look for the Prairie Farms brand at your local grocery store. Prairie Farms Dairy. Farm fresh goodness. from our family to yours, every single
Have you been
day.
putting off coming to the dentist lately? Hello, I'm Dr. Adam Middleton from Autumn Ridge Dental in Kosciusko. We are treating patients with a mindset we have always held, that proper, regular, preventive care can help keep your mouth healthy and functioning properly. We want all our patients to have a smile they can be proud of. Please call us at 662-289-7076 for an appointment. Come see us and we will give you something to smile about.
Come on home to Allen's Furniture and Appliance. Come on home. Come on home.
Shop at home when you shop Allen's Furniture, where you are a friend, not a customer. All the brands, furniture, and appliances you are looking for are right here at home. Allen's Furniture in Kosciusko and Durant.
Come on home to Allen's Furniture and Appliance. Come on home. Come on home.
Boswell Media Sports.
It's a wrap on our Citizens National Bank halftime report. Whippets in the lead, 21-0 as we get ready for the third quarter. We'll continue to give you some score updates. Macomb leading Tylertown 33-0. Clinton all over Warren Central 28-6. That game at the half. Choctaw County, a team the Whippets will see in a few weeks. They lead East Webster 7-0. That game is at halftime. A close one down on the Gulf Coast. Gulfport leads Picayune 21-13. Ooh, we got a close one. This is the one I was excited about. The 3A champ, the 2A champ taking on the 3A runner-up, Heidelberg and Noxubee. Noxubee leads 21-20 at halftime. At halftime, Simpson Academy leads League Academy 13-9. That game going on over on our sister station, Cruising 98.3 with Philip Palmetry and Cooper Sanders. The Rebels have a talented quarterback, George Wilcox, the top quarterback in the state, returning as far as yards passed. And still the last update we have on West Point and Louisville is that Louisville leads 7-6. At halftime. So a lot of great games being played. Tupelo and Brandon, the rematch of the 7A championship. Brandon it's a baseball game, Jeremy, 7-2 at halftime of that one. Yeah, the Bulldogs and the Golden Wave met to end the season last year. 7A championship game. They're starting off this year. Those are two teams that could end up playing again. Two of the favorites there in 7A. Tupelo ranked number 1, Brandon number 2. Another game we're keeping an eye on, Starkville and Oak Grove. That's a big one. I do have an update from West Jones and Laurel. The Mustangs lead the Golden Tornadoes. West Jones over Laurel 20-3 at the half. Those score updates brought to you by Sullivan's Drugs and Gifts, and we'll continue to update you throughout the evening. If you have a score update, let us know about it, 662-289-1011. You can shoot us a text. So we are ready to go as the Angel Albin McDonald State Farm kickoff. This will be the first kickoff of the evening for Neshoba Central. It'll be Charlie Smith to kick things off. And they'll be kicking it left to right. Smith will be taken by Roundtree after a couple of bounces, and he steps around a few tackles and he'll get up to the 25-yard line. Some confusion between Roundtree and Pierce on who wanted to get that one. And it was a sort of a knuckleballer. It went down. The Whippets will start around the 25-yard line. Caden Wade lead his offense out onto the field. First down and 10. Roundtree is going to run off the field, catch a little bit of a breather. Trust me, he deserves it. He's been running all over the field this evening. C.J. Sandifer be your running back. Jackson Schuler, H-back, lined up to the right. It's a handoff to Sandifer. Runs left, not a lot there. And let's say no gain on the play.
Yeah, defense just closed it in right there. And like we've said, all night, the big guys up front, man, they just closed it down right there.
Yeah, that time they have Schuler. They pull him like a guard, and he runs to the left as that H-back, that lead blocker. But As we said, those big bodies up front for Neshoba. You're looking at Anton Hobson, who's 6'1", 275. I mean, he's a load there along that defensive front. Got a few other big bodies down there. But they've done a good job giving Whippets a lot up the middle. Empty backfield this time for Caden Wade. Quick throw, catch made by Rankin at the 30-yard line. He'll run forward, have close to enough for the first down. Depends on where they spot him. That spot is bad.
Yeah.
To me. Yeah, that's good. They're going to say 3rd down and 1 for the Whippets. 1 minute ticked off this third quarter clock. Third quarter for Whippets football, brought to you by Chris Coleman, Alpha Insurance Agency. So 3rd down and short. The ball is just south of the 35. They got to get it across the 35. And the Whippets got to go with that big, heavy package. William Rankin's your tight end, I-form set. It's a give to Schuler. It's going to be close. I think they might have to measure. Nope, they're going to go ahead and say first down. Serve Pro first down. Whippets. If you want to know how big that Neshoba defensive front is, Whippets got like 4 yards of carry on that play last year with Schuler.
Mm-hmm.
They got like 4 yards of carry. That time they struggled to get 1 yard. That tells you just the size of that Neshoba front line. Because last year, if it was 3rd and short, it was Schuler up the middle with the fullback. Split backs this time. It's a give to Roundtree, running around the edge, gets it, breaks a tackle across the 50, somehow gets across the 40, spins away from another tackle down to the 31-yard line.
Tell you, when he gets to the corner, he kicks it in another gear.
They say he must have gone down at the 33-yard line. Yeah, and as you said, Jeremy, once he gets to the edge, it is find another gear.
33.
Oh. 3 receivers to the left this time. Got Rankin in as a receiver. They're going to pump fake. Wade backpedaling. Now he's going to run to his right. He will fire last second and incomplete. Wanted L.D. McBride coming back around the 25-yard line on the sideline, on the far sideline. Good coverage by Neshoba. McCaden Wade showing you what he can do. There, extend the play. Keep it going. Looks like Sandifer's going to go out. Schuler's going to come back in. Haven't seen T. Riley in. They've run him at some running back in practices this year. We've seen him when I've been out to practice a few times. They have that they can put him back there at that running back spot, but it's going to be Roundtree. Clock stopped after the incompletion. Caden Wade out of the backfield to Roundtree, catches it, tiptoeing the sideline, breaks a tackle and goes in. Roundtree with his second score of the evening. But not only is Roundtree fast, Jeremy, apparently he's hard to tackle.
Yeah.
He's not very big, but he is just shifting off tackles left and right.
Hey, LD is doing it again. LD's got to get to the other side.
So 27-0, waiting the PAT from Braden Ray. It's a kick. It's up, and it's good. Kosciusko with a touchdown to catch from Roundtree. Touchdowns brought to you by Baptist Atala. We'll step aside for a break. You're listening to Whippets Football from Boswell Media Sports.
Have you been putting off coming to the
For 87 years, we've been your biggest fans. Rest assured, while you are cheering on your favorite team this season, Central Electric's team is working around the clock to provide reliable service year-round. Whether building power lines in extreme weather conditions or restoring power on a stormy night, Central Electric employees take your electric service seriously. We will be there to keep the game on. So enjoy this football season and take comfort in our team's reliable service all year long. It's our commitment to you, serving you since 1937. This institution is an equal opportunity provider and employer. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner is served to you daily at the drive-thru at both Kangaroo Crossing locations in Kosciusko. Bacon, eggs, biscuits for breakfast, chicken tenders, barbecue sandwiches, burgers, and more for lunch and dinner. Drive through and take home barbecue meat by the pound with sides of potato salad, baked beans, and coleslaw. All items in store are available for purchase at the drive-thru. Kangaroo Crossing on Veterans Memorial Drive and Highway 12 in Kosciusko.
Boswell Media Sports.
Braden Ray's kickoff after the Jontavius Roundtree touchdown catch. Fair caught by Bowler at the 26-yard line. The Whippets will take over, the Rockets take over right there. Kosciusko with a 28-0 lead over the Rockets of Neshoba Central here on the opening night of football in the Magnolia State. Handoff goes to the running back, Red Loggins. And it's LaMarcus Riley. It stuffs him for no gain. He is excited. Well, LaMarcus Riley, we've been talking about the defensive line of the Rockets and how big they are. LaMarcus Riley ain't tiny.
That's right.
he's not a tiny individual. He's a big one right there on that nose guard. Neither is Travion Nash. He's not small himself. Whippets got their own meat. They've been going to Kangaroo Crossing. They've been, as we hear, been going to Kangaroo Crossing, getting some of that drive-through barbecue. High snap. Huffman going to roll to his right, his left. And that is caught. A great catch. It's going to be enough for a first down up to the 40-yard line. Boy, Zay Riley tried to jump in front of the route and grab it, and just through his hands and catching it for the Rockets with C.J. Spencer and Ricari Covington there to tackle him. It's a first down. Somebody banged up along the offensive line for the Rockets. Tigris Miller, one of those big linemen, is going to hobble off the edge. Looks like he's dealing with a cramp. Once again, we talked about that. It's not quite as hot as you normally think. Still humid in, this evening, but still not quite as hot, but still going to be dealing with that, it being the first game of the season, and guys not really in game shape just yet. First down up to the 40-yard line. Huffman rolling to his right. He's going to stop and run. He's got a whole lot of room. Crosses the 35. Runs into his own man at the 50 and keeps rolling. He'll have enough for the first down. Looks like Keith Lay and Jay Riley combining on the tackle. Boy, Huffman just found a lane.
Yeah,
and was able to take off running. We expected coming into the ball game that it would be a mixture of Huffman and Cordell Isaac. But it's all been all Huffman tonight so far. Pistol set here. It's going to be a delayed handoff to Red Loggins. He'll step around the left end. Whippets stretch it out, and Loggins is run out of bounds. He might have got a yard. Keith Lay was the closest Whippet there to run him out of bounds. A new running back going to come in. That is going to be D'Angelo Bowler. As Loggins comes up a little bit lame. I don't blame him. He's been in on almost every play.
That's right.
He's gotten the ball almost every play. He is his name is Dentarius, but they call him Red. He's going to tell nobody to call him tomorrow. He's sleeping in. Second down and long, as Huffman once again going to run it himself, and he'll run to the right side and get spun out of bounds by Bond Slater and Travion Nash. Second down, going to be third down at about 5, maybe 4.
Brought down by number 58, Nash of the Whippets.
Third down and 5, and trailing at 28-0. You think it's 4-down territory all the time for Coach Ruffin and the Rockets. Two receivers to the left. H-back in the ball game is lined up to the right. Whippets with a 3-man front, shifting some coverage on defense, and a new play going to come in from, I keep wanting to call him Sam Huff. That was a New York Giant football player from like the 60s. High snap over the head of Huffman. He's going to go back and just fall on it once again. Done that a few times tonight, back towards the 40-yard line. Yeah, some snapping woes for the Rockets have come at inopportune times. Not that there's an opportune time to have any snapping woes, but it's done that a few times. So they've had manageable downs, and then an errant snap kind of goes against them. And they're going to have to get the punt off because before the Heat timeout, as there is the snap. It's a low line drive kick. And Whippets are going to call fire and just get away from it and let it roll. It hits at the 35, and the Rockets will roll it dead inside the 25 at the 24-yard line. 6:19 remaining in the third quarter. All Whippets 28-0. Barring an incompletion of some sort, Whippets would. They are going to go ahead and take the Heat timeout right here. I think we'll keep it right here. We're pretty good on our breaks, but reset things for you. Kosciusko 28, Neshoba Central 0. Next week, the Whippets get back home, a 2-game homestand. They'll be taking on Florence, another team that the Whippets haven't seen since, I think, 2018. It's either 2018 or 2019. So the Eagles of Florence, a 5A team. They're expected to do a little bit in 5A this year. And so they're going to be coming to Kosciusko. And then the week after that, you got the rivalry game. League Central going to be coming to town. And if you remember last year, Jeremy, League Central, that was a game Whippets had to go for 2.
That's right.
To win it right,
Yeah.
had to win it right there at the very end. Always a tight game when the Whippets and the Gators square off. So that's what the Whippets have in front of them. After that, you're looking at a game on the road at Olive Branch, and then another rivalry with Choctaw County. Renewing that one for the first time since 2020 or 2021. So that's what it looks like for the Whippets. They're trying to keep the foot on the gas here, though, and maybe get a shutout to start the 2025 season. Caden Wade and the Whippets. They'll throw out low through the legs of Jabry Pearson, incomplete. Just a little turnaround there for Pierce. And we kind of underthrew it a little bit.
Yeah, you don't see that much right there. It's just
not
one of those things.
Not from Caden Wade. Whippets got those big offensive linemen in there going from left to right. You got Wilkes, Petit, Ellis, Trace Reagan, and Jeremiah Winter. So we have an officials timeout. I think somebody was cramping.
Yeah, and they was letting him get out. He wasn't quite off the field yet.
Somebody was cramping coming off the field. Handoff to C.J. Sandifer running right. Breaks few tackles. How does he go? He keeps going. Cuts it back to the middle of the field. There he goes, C.J. Sandifer. Nothing but green grass in front of him. Can he make it? He does. C.J. Sandifer going to go all the way for a touchdown. I thought he was going to be tackled about 4 times.
Yeah, and it's always nice on them long runs. We don't see any flags. That's always a big thing.
Yeah, Whippets have somebody down. It's Jabry Pierce, but once again, just seems to be dealing with the cramp. He's going to get up and limp off the field. They'll await the PAT. But yeah, Sandifer came right there. You can see him kind of running out of gas right there about the 10-yard line, and he was able to get into the end zone. There's the snap. The PAT's good, but I believe there's going to be some kind of penalty. Yeah, false start on Kosciusko. Going to back the try up just a little bit. Yeah, it was one of those where they didn't. Somebody stood up and thought the penalty was going to be called, but they didn't call the penalty right away, so they went ahead and snapped it and kicked it. So one of those just some confusion there along the defensive line, the offensive line for the Whippets, but it'll push the PAT attempt back, which isn't too bad. You get an opportunity for a little bit longer of a field goal practice for your kicker. Essentially turns into a 25-yard field goal attempt from right in the middle of the field. Good snap. Good hold. The kick is good. 35-0. All Whippets here with 5:54 to go in the third quarter.
Premier Medical Group in Kosciusko is proud to welcome Dr. Jenny Kate Miles and Dr. Helen Turner to their team. Whether you need a checkup, ongoing care, or a trusted provider for your family, Dr. Miles and Dr. Turner are taking new patients. Schedule your appointment today. Call Premier Medical Group at 662-289-1800.
Premier Medical Group, PMG, good health is our priority.
Imagine a gym that never sleeps.
Just like your fitness goals.
Holmes Healthplex is open 24/7.
Giving you the freedom to work out on your schedule.
Not hours.
Wave goodbye to those pesky joining fees.
And hello to unlimited access to cardio machines,
weights,
and group classes like Pilates and spin.
All included in your membership.
Find us on Highway 12.
Where your fitness journey awaits around the clock at Holmes Healthplex.
Boswell Media Sports.
On the ensuing kickoff, after the Whippets hit a log run from C.J. Sandifer, Braden Ray's luck finally ran out, Jeremy. The kick, that one, couldn't keep it in bounds.
That's right.
Free kick out of bounds. If you're just now tuning in, wondering what we're talking about, Braden Ray's been kicking it to the sideline, and it has been just dying right at the sideline. I mean, I guess it's, wet, soggy field from last night. Ball's not rolling at all. So every time it hits the sideline, the Neshoba return man thinks it's going to go out of bounds. It does not. But that time it did indeed go out of bounds. So first down, it'll put the ball at the 35-yard line for Neshoba Central. Sam Huffman rolls to his right. Once again, he's going to pull it down, try to run it himself. Breaks the first tackle, but can't get away from Ricari Covington. He might have got a yard. Or no, they say back to the line of scrimmage. Ricari Covington had a good game so far, the leading returning tackler for the Whippets. Another one of those Whippets. You start seeing it second half, Jeremy.
Yeah.
You start seeing those cramps kind of pile up. Just going off the field was Harrington. You're going to see T. Riley come back into the ball game. So, as I said, the second half of the opening game, it's something that you do see, even though it does feel pretty good outside. Motion a receiver from right to left through the Rockets out of the pistol. It's a handoff to Red Loggins, and Loggins goes down in the backfield due to Nick Suddeth with the tackle for loss. Suddeth with the TFL and a loss of about 2 yards. I think we saw another defensive substitution come in along that front line. Have to try to get you that number. Get to it momentarily, but third down and long for Neshoba Central. Huffman going to have to throw, dumping it off and incomplete. Good pressure from Nick Suddeth. He was throwing it right. He was aiming for his receiver, Hathorn, and Suddeth came free and was about to lay a lick on Huffman. Not able to complete the play, and it'll bring up a punting situation. So Jontavius Roundtree will step back. Right around the 40-yard line, Huffman is your punter for Neshoba. Good snap, sort of a rugby-style kick off the side of his foot. It will hit, it goes out of bounds at the 39-yard line. Boy, credit, I believe that's J.D. Cummins. It was. J.D. Cummins from the Whippet baseball team, his first year playing football for the Whippets. He was the one putting the pressure on Huffman, and Cummins got to him and just got it off the side of his foot. He's feeling that pressure. So they don't even say they say 35. I thought it got up to the 39. Moot point right there, but So Caden Wade and the Whippet offense set up with great field position here to try to extend a 35-0 lead with 2 minutes and change to go in this third quarter. Split receivers, 2 by 2. 2 to the left, 2 lined up to the right. It's a fake to Sandifer. Wade going long, got a man wide open. Drops it at the 5-yard line. That was Jabry Pierce. Tailor-made touchdown catch. Pierce had broken away from double coverage and looked like he caught it at first, but when he was trying to bring it down to run with it, might have lost control and just couldn't get it. There is a flag on the play.
It just looked too good for him right there. It's one of those things.
Is illegal man downfield.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. Boy, they bit, the defenders bit on the fake. They faked it to Sandifer, and that little bit of a play fake, you had Pierce wide open. So just push the Whippets back a little bit. First down and 15. This time Schuler checks into the ball game. And they'll give it to T. Riley. There he goes. T. Riley breaks a tackle, breaks another tackle across the 30. There goes T. Riley. He's at the 10. T. Riley's going to have himself a 40-yard touchdown run. Told you that T. Riley could run the ball.
Didn't take long.
Yeah, it just broke a few tackles there and ran all the way in. You got somebody injured way behind the play. Once again, I say injured. This again looks like to be dealing with some sort of cramping situation. We'll await that PAT. And that wasn't an easy run either. He did break 2 or 3 tackles. So we'll await the kick from Braden Ray. Something looked a little bit off right there, but the PAT is going to be good, and the Whippets lead it 42-0 with minute 45 to go in the third quarter. We're back in 60 seconds here on Boswell Media Sports.
Premier Medical Group in Kosciusko.
When an electrical shortage in your office causes extensive smoke and water damage, or that musty odor indicates you might have a mold problem, you need a lot more than just help cleaning up. That's why Serve Pro of Kosciusko, Philadelphia, Greenwood is where you turn when disaster strikes. We offer all the cleanup and construction services to take your home or business from post-disaster to as good as new as soon as possible. So no matter what happens, there's just one call you need to make. Serve Pro of Kosciusko, Philadelphia, Greenwood to see how they can help you get back to like it never even happened. Franchises are independently owned and operated.
Your pharmacist is more than someone who fills your prescriptions. Your pharmacist helps you understand what medications you're taking. Your pharmacist makes sure your insurance is filed correctly. And your pharmacist answers any other questions you may have regarding your medications.
Hi, I'm Rob Pickle, registered pharmacist and owner of Pickle's Drugstore. It is my goal to give you the personal attention you need to improve your health and well-being. My staff and I are here to serve you.
Pickle's Drugstore, your hometown pharmacy, on the east side of the square in Kosciusko.
Boswell Media Sports.
Braden Ray, kick pulled in by C.J. Spencer on the return. He gets up to the 37-yard line. It's 42-0 at Kosciusko. The score updates brought to you by Sullivan's Drugs and Gifts. We want to remind you that all of our broadcasts are powered by Central Electric Power Association. Central Electric has an office just right over the road, right over there, right down the road from us here in Philadelphia. I believe so. When like you're going on Highway 19, like you're going out towards Meridian, there's a Central Electric office out there. We do have a new quarterback in the game. That is going to be Isaac, the transfer from Spring Hill, Tennessee. He'll turn and give to Bowler, the new running back, and he is hit and dropped for a loss. Ricari Covington with some great pursuit gets him down for a loss. About a loss of 4. The Cordell Isaac, a transfer from Spring Hill, Tennessee. He played here in 10th grade. 11th grade goes to Tennessee, and he was the first team all-district in Tennessee. 1,100 passing yards, 17 touchdowns. It's kind of odd you have that kind of production sitting on the sidelines, but well, apparently Coach Ruffin likes what he has with Huffman, but he's going to give Isaac an opportunity here on a bootleg. He's looking for someone, and he is hit hard and put into the turf. T. Riley on the interception, or I should say the pass falls incomplete. T. Riley just ran 40 yards, and how about, a quarterback hurry? Yeah, they tried to bootleg right there, and when he turned around,
he was in his face.
Number 12 was right in his grill. And that is the end of the third quarter. Whippets have the 4s put up, and it is 42-0 as we start the final quarter of play here from Neshoba Central.
Your pet is more than just a pet. They're your family's fearless protector, your fetching athlete, your crumbs on the floor detector, the warm, snuggly heartbeat at your feet. State Farm understands why your pet means so much to you. So State Farm and Trupanion have teamed up to give your furry family members the protection they deserve. Pet medical insurance. It's another way State Farm is here to help life go right.
Call State Farm agent Angel Alvin McDonald at 662-289-3161.
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner is served to you daily at the drive-thru at both Kangaroo Crossing locations in Kosciusko. Bacon, eggs, biscuits for breakfast, chicken tenders, barbecue sandwiches, burgers, and more for lunch and dinner. Drive through and take home barbecue meat by the pound with sides of potato salad, baked beans, and coleslaw. All items in store are available for purchase at the drive-thru. Kangaroo Crossing on Veterans Memorial Drive and Highway 12 in Kosciusko.
Boswell Media Sports.
To start the fourth quarter, Cordell Isaac aiming to throw. Now he stops. He'll throw back across his body. Wide open at midfield. Got a man. Breaks a tackle, breaks another tackle. That is Kason Greer. He'll have a first down up to the 39-yard line. That shows you what Cordell Isaac can do. Isaac able to extend the play and find a receiver wide open. Whippet's going to bring on J.D. Cummins as a defensive end. I think he had Miller ran off. Bonslater came back on, dealing with some cramps, was Martavion Miller. Now we got a whistle, and I think
center move to football.
Snap infraction, I believe. Yep, snap infraction. Fourth quarters for Whippets football, brought to you by Kangaroo Crossing. Told you that's where LaMarcus Riley been going and getting him a chicken snack or something. Fish snack or getting some of that pizza. I saw Keith Lay in there one night. I know Keith Lay shops there. I saw Keith Lay there one night. He stopped in there after work, and I run into Keith Lay, buying him a Gatorade. First down, 15 yards to go. Whippets showing pressure here. Rowdy Roan coming up the middle. Cordell Isaac throws over the middle. Incomplete, but there's a flag that comes in. Going to be a pass interference against the Whippets. Do have a few other Whippets that are getting in. We want to mention those guys. Jamal Stewart in the defensive backfield. Also Quindarius Griffin. And along the defensive front, LaKendrick Williams. As I said, I want to get all these young men's names in. Mylan Johnson in at the defensive back spot. Yeah, 15-yard penalty on the pass interference, and was just enough for a first down. In high school football, pass interference is not an automatic first down anymore, but it was 1st and 15, so able to get a first down out of it right there. The ball will go across the 30 to the 29-yard line. Whippets in command here, 42-0. Running clock situation here in the fourth quarter. Cordell Isaac looks to his left, floats one out and juggled incomplete. Loggins had his hand on it, but was juggling it going out of bounds. T. Riley was there in the coverage. Let's see a lot of other guys coming in now for the Whippets. Big Anthony Harris going to check in along the defensive front. Also, I did say Kendarius Griffin still out there. Mylan Johnson. J.D. Cummins in along that defensive front. Your edge rusher. So it'll be 2nd down and 10. Receiver Spencer will motion. They'll hand it to him. Coming on a sweep to the near side. Lowers his shoulder and gets about 7 yards before the Whippet defense gets him down. On the tackle that time, Jamal Stewart. Jamal Stewart getting his name in the stat book. Number of Whippets there. Stewart was the one leading the charge. A 3rd down, short yardage situation here. Neshoba Central. Cordell Isaac in at quarterback. Shotgun set with one receiver to his right. They're going to motion Landrick Hathorn. They hand it to Hawthorne. Sweeping it right side. He cuts it back up the middle. Breaks one tackle and gets shy of the 10-yard line. Down at the 12. We'll have a 1st down. About 9 yards on the carry.
Number 36, Stewart of the Whippets. And that's good for another Rocket first down.
Neshoba knocking on the door, trying to score, get their first points on the board. In the ball game for the Rockets, Paxton Sharp. He's a tight end. Also a new body in the ball game is Territon Billups. So they have what they want. Once again, motion Spencer. Sort of a little waggle right there. Stops him. Cordell Isaac surveying. Running to his left. Going to pull it down and try to run. Lowers his shoulder and just runs out of bounds at the 10-yard line. He might have got inside the 10. Bond Slater there to run him out of bounds. Also the big man, Anthony Harris. So as I said, it is a running clock situation. So even if you go out of bounds, the clock's going to keep rolling here. So we should only have, if they choose to do a heat timeout at 6 minutes, we'd have that stoppage. Other than that, not too many stoppages. Hawthorne motions to his right. It's a keeper for Isaac. He'll run left, lowers his shoulder, and gets to the 5-yard line. Stood up by Zay Riley. He'll be a yard, maybe 2 yards shy. Now it's a yard. The down markers weren't on the same situation. They were on the same wavelength. Got an injured Whippet on the field. So looks like maybe a cramping situation. Can't quite make out. That's going to be Bond Slater.
Yeah.
Yeah, looks like dealing with the.
That's going to be what it is.
Yeah, dealing with the cramp. So Asu comes in to replace him. Zay Riley goes off the field. Trying to get these numbers. Nicholas Williams comes in at a cornerback spot. So it'll be 3rd down and short. 3rd down and about 1 yard for the Neshoba Central Rockets. Hathorn motions again. Speed sweep to Hathorn. Right side. Breaks through the first wave. I think he's got a 1st down. He does. He cannot quite get into the goal line. One of the Whippets came away with the ball, but I think they had already blown the play dead. Yeah, one of the Whippets ran up in there and was kind of running the other way with the football, but as I said, forward progress had been stopped. Shy Beasley in along that defensive front as well. Whippets getting a lot of the younger guys getting some playing time. So 5.5 minutes to play. 1st down and goal for the Rockets from the Whippets 2-yard line. Cordell Isaac calls his own number, and he will carry the Whippets into the end zone for a touchdown. Well, the Rockets get on the board with 5:15 to go in the contest. Let's see who handles PATs. It is going to be Charlie Smith. Yeah, Charlie Smith. Haven't seen a lot of the Neshoba kicker this evening. Trying to remember the number. Low snap. Smith has got the kick. He's got the leg. Distance is good. 42-7. The Whippets well in command here with 4.5 minutes to go in the ball game. We'll step aside for one final break.
Gear up for deer season at the Attala County Co-op. Pick from top brands like Moultrie and Boss Buck gravity feeders, plus irresistible attractants. Mobucks, Buck Duo, Strawberry Blast Rice Bran, and even peanut butter and jelly rice bran feed. Everything you need is at the Attala County Co-op.
The everything you need store. Attala County Co-op. Attala County Co-op.
In the legal jungle, experience and personal attention are your best allies. Meet Al Chaddick, attorney at law, navigating the courts with direct one-on-one consultations. No middlemen, just you and Al, tackling your legal battles together. Ready for a winning strategy? Call Al Chaddick's law office at 662-289-2242 today.
Listing of the above legal services does not indicate expertise therein.
Boswell Media Sports.
The Rockets will line it up to kick away. Angel Albin McDonald State Farm brings you kickoffs for Whippets football. It's a high pooch kick. Jabry Pierce will fair catch it, but it will bounce out of bounds. Smith doesn't quite have the magic touch that Braden Ray has had all evening, being able to just stop the football on that far sideline. But the Rockets are on the board. They get a rushing touchdown from the transfer quarterback, Cordell Isaac. Got to say a big shout out to my pal watching the ball game, Willis Hanna, one of my buddies from back in high school. Big fan of all things Kosciusko Whippets. I appreciate your support, Willis. And wherever you might be watching in from, I've got reports from all over Mississippi, people in Tennessee, watching us courtesy of the Allen's Furniture live feed on YouTube. Whippets will have a new quarterback in the game. That is Jackson Schuler with a new running back in the game as well. He's going to break it out into some space. That is Rel Tolliver, and he's got a long run up to the 35-yard line.
Terrell said he wanted in on the action.
Yeah, he said, put my name in the stat book. Oh, Rel Tolliver there. But yeah, Jackson Schuler's running your backup quarterback for Kosciusko. They lead at 42-7. As it is a running clock right here. And we'll just kind of run it out, see who else we can see in along this line. Another give to Rel Tolliver. And he gets maybe 4 yards. All right, some names I can give you. Jack Vance, he is in there playing at the H-back spot. Try to get in some of those offensive linemen. I see Braden McNeil along the offensive line. Also going to have Charles Lang playing left tackle. There's another handoff to Rel Tolliver. He's hit and driven backwards. No gain on the play. Another big body in there, Deshaun Johnson. I think those, no, Caden Thrash. Oh, there we go. I think that's everybody that we've gotten in. Make sure we get those names. Oh, we got another one. Kendrian Latiker in as a receiver. So I think that's most of the guys that we have seen. These guys got a lot of playing time in the Jamboree. Whippets, they were, Jamboree is usually 2 quarters of varsity. Well, Whippets were up 28-0 after the first quarter, so the second quarter of the varsity, the scrimmage was just most of these guys right here. And this kind of rep time is very, very important for these young guys. Get those game situations. There's another give to Terrell Tolliver following his blocks, and there he goes into daylight. Terrell Tolliver's going to have himself a touchdown. Terrell Tolliver. And the Whippets extend the lead.
It's going to be a big 32-yard touchdown, I believe. That was on the 32, I believe.
Let him eat. He'll get a lot of love when he gets to the sideline. That'll probably do it as the clock's under 1 minute. They have been stopping the clock on kickoffs, but I think with a minute to go, I think they'll just let this one roll. High snap. Now there is a penalty.
Yeah, well, I think it was 12 guys on the field.
Yeah, it's one of those. It's still some of the younger guys that are out there. Out of the hold of, I had a Braxton Cade.
That's Braxton Horn.
Braxton Horn. Eli Cade is 85. I just combined the two. So yeah, Braxton Horn. Braxton Horn is the holder. Braden Ray's still going to be the kicker. But hey, Cade is in there as the snapper. Yeah, Eli Cade's in there as the snapper. So yeah, there we go. So this is really valuable too for these guys. This special teams unit able to get up and get a PAT through and good. 49-0, and looks like they will keep the clock rolling. So I don't think Kosciusko is going to have to kick this one off. I think we're going to wrap it up and make it a final, unless they just make them kick it to end it up. But now I see officials are taking their hats off, and I think, yeah, they're not going to have to kick it. The Whippets are calling, the coach and staff's calling the Whippets back out off the field. They're not going to have to kick this. And that is going to do it. The Whippets are going to get the win here on the opening night of football in the Magnolia State. A statement, and putting the state on alert that the Whippets, they're here and they're ready for 2025. 49-7 Whippets here tonight. We are going to take our post-game extended break, wrap things up, name our player of the game, and put a bow on this one. The Whippets already put a big bow on it. 49-7. All Kosciusko back after this for the Premier Medical postgame show.
Gear up for deer season at the Atala County Co-op. Pick from top brands like Moultrie and Boss Buck gravity feeders, plus irresistible attractants. Mobucks, Buck Duo, Strawberry Blast Rice Bran, and even peanut butter and jelly rice bran feed. Everything you need is at the Atala County Co-op.
The everything you need store. Atala County Co-op. Atala County Co-op.
Did you know that 80% of learning in young children comes through the eyes? Thomas Vision offers eye exams for children starting at 6 months. It's very important for children to have an eye exam before entering first grade. Doctors Angela Thomas, Tara Dew, and Anna Middleton offer comprehensive eye exams that thoroughly assess overall eye and vision health. Thomas Vision's optical department has the latest glasses frames, and you get 20% off your second pair. Thomas Vision, Veterans Memorial Drive, and Kosciusko.
Sunstar Insurance walks with you through life's twists and turns, offering tailored coverage for every chapter. Our devoted team makes sure you have the choices and support you deserve, turning uncertainty into peace of mind. Whether you're securing a home, a car, or your future, we put reliability and care part of every policy. With Sunstar Insurance, you're backed by a partner committed to protecting what matters.
I'm Robbie Robertson. I'm Bradley Tyler.
Sunstar Insurance, Court Square in Kosciusko.
Have you been putting off coming to the dentist lately? Hello, I'm Dr. Adam Middleton from Autumn Ridge Dental in Kosciusko. We are treating patients with a mindset we have always held, that proper, regular, preventive care can help keep your mouth healthy and functioning properly. We want all our patients to have a smile they can be proud of. Please call us at 662-289-7076 for an appointment. Come see us and we will give you something to smile about.
For 87 years, we've been your biggest fans. Rest assured, while you are cheering on your favorite team this season, Central Electric's team is working around the clock to provide reliable service year-round. Whether building power lines in extreme weather conditions or restoring power on a stormy night, Central Electric employees take your electric service seriously. We will be there to keep the game on. So enjoy this football season and take comfort in our team's reliable service all year long. It's our commitment to you, serving you since 1937. This institution is an equal opportunity provider and employer.
When it comes to your hard-earned money, every dollar counts. This is Mandy Hudgens for Citizens National Bank. Right now, we're offering some exceptional rates on deposit accounts. If you're shopping for a great CD rate, we invite you to come by and see us so we can help your money grow. Or, if you need easy access to your cash, our Maximum Money Market account is another great option to take your earnings to a whole new level. Best of all, you can enjoy doing business with our local community bank, so come experience the difference of doing business with Citizens National Bank, where we've been in business since 1888, and we've been recognized time and again as one of the safest banks in the nation. You can also visit us online at yourcnb.com. Through the power of local, we're ready to help make your dreams a reality.
There's power in caring, power in community. That's the power of local. Citizens National Bank, member FDIC.
Be prepared for life's uncertainties with the correct insurance coverage from the Atala County Farm Bureau. Let's talk about change. Sometimes change is good. Sometimes change is scary. But what is certain is that everyone will experience change. The Atala County Farm Bureau's review program is designed to identify the changes that need to be made in your insurance coverage. Wayne Blaylock and James Metters invite you to stop by for your Farm Bureau Get Real review. Let them help you be prepared for change. Atala County Farm Bureau on the north side of the square in Kosciusko.
Watkins, Ward & Stafford welcomes member and partner Anita Goodrum, certified public accountant, to their Kosciusko office. Anita, along with Tammy Irving and staff, offer professional and personalized services and financial guidance for business and personal. Watkins, Ward & Stafford is a full-service accounting firm offering QuickBooks, online hosting solutions, payroll, and direct deposits. Welcome to Kosciusko, CPA Anita Goodrum. Watkins, Ward & Stafford, leading our clients through the next generation of change.
Premier Medical Group in Kosciusko is proud to welcome Dr. Jenny Kate Miles and Dr. Helen Turner to their team. Whether you need a checkup, ongoing care, or a trusted provider for your family, Dr. Miles and Dr. Turner are taking new patients. Schedule your appointment today. Call Premier Medical Group at 662-289-1800.
Premier Medical Group, PMG, good health is our priority.
Boswell Media Sports.
Welcome into the Premier Medical Postgame Show. Whippets get the win 49-7 here tonight over the Neshoba Central Rockets. They start the season 1-0, and it was a statement win. They really didn't have much trouble on the offensive side of the ball. Defense would have probably pitched a shutout, but end up putting in some of the younger guys and letting them get some reps there late in the ball game. But we'll turn it over to Jeremy Tillman for a look at some of the drives and some of the scores. It's a night, Jeremy, where it's hard to keep up. You got too much stuff to write about.
I got papers going everywhere, man. I almost ran out of ink and paper.
Yeah.
Man, just a big night on the offensive side of the football for this Whippet squad. And coming out of the second half, I know coming out we was right at 300 yards of offense in the first half, and then we came out in the second half and was able to get 3 scores in the third quarter, and then we was able to tack on one there late in the fourth. But when it's all said and done, we probably got it's going to end up close to 600 yards of offense. I think it's 550 something yards is what I've got, so it's probably going to end up being just a little bit more than that. But man, just a big night for some of our guys. And hey, it was a big night even to get T. Riley was able to stick one in the end zone, so he got him a taste of it. And his was a 40-yard run, and then there in the fourth quarter, Terrell Tolliver was able to get a 32-yard. So they spread it out pretty good. They all got them a little taste. And one thing, too, looking at it that sometimes we'll miss, but we didn't miss an extra point tonight either. So that was a big night for that. So I guess seven tries, seven extra points. That was good, and even had a couple of penalties, had to back it up. And so, and then that last one had a different holder in.
Different holder, different snapper.
Different snapper, that's right.
Yeah,
and so offensively, we were just able to put some not only points on the board, but was able to throw and catch pretty well, was able to run the ball well. And I do want to give a shout out to, those guys up front too, creating some space, giving Wade time to throw the football, creating some scenes for the running backs to run in. A lot of times we leave out maybe those big dogs up front, but they did a great job. You can tell that this squad has played together for some time and got some experience under the belt.
And one thing that we mentioned, you left a couple of points on the field.
Yeah.
You had a pick six that was brought back, and you had a fumble going into the end zone right before halftime. So it could have been even a little bit more. But looking at stats, Jeremy, and I'll look at defensive stats first. Whippets got a lot of guys in the book. We talked about J.T. Herron with the interception and a couple of tackles for loss. LaMarcus Riley had a big game, number of tackle for loss. Nick Suddeth had a tackle for loss. Rowdy Roan with a tackle for loss. Keith Late, I had him leading the defense with tackles there. So that's what it looks like defensively for the Whippets. But offensively, I think for our Autumn Regional Player of the Game, we're going to go with someone that was all over the field tonight. His name is Roundtree, but he went round, under, through, over, behind, everywhere is where Roundtree went. So Jatavius Roundtree going to be your Autumn Ridge Dental Player of the Game. That's something to smile about. What's he with 2 touchdowns?
2 touchdowns. Had one 33-yard reception there, and then he had a what was the other one he had? The other one was a 68-yard run. Yeah. 2 touchdowns on the night for Roundtree.
Yeah, so a lot of all-purpose yards there for the Young Man Roundtree. He is going to be your Autumn Ridge Dental Player of the Game. So that's a wrap up here on the Premier Medical Postgame Show. We appreciate you for tuning in here on the opening night of football. Next week we'll be back at home, starting a 2-game homestand in Kosciusko as the Whippets take on Florence and then League Central. Big thank you to Hayes Tyler over on the camera off to our right, and a big thank you to Donald Bain back in the studio. Happy birthday, Donald. And we appreciate you for keeping us on the air. And, of course, we appreciate all of our partners partnering with us for another year of Whippet football here on Boswell Media Sports. So